guys, welcome back to We Are Tottenham TV. I'm Barnaby, I'm here with Amir, and we're here for the home Tottenham Hotspur versus Nottingham Forest. Huge game, I'd say. I'm going to say huge game because a lot of people will think this is winnable. There could be some complacency, but after Aston Villa dropped points at home against Brentford yesterday, it gives Spurs a chance to go above Villa into fourth place, and also Manchester United just got a draw only against Liverpool, so an opportunity to go, I think, potentially, 10 or 11 points clear of Manchester United, who are in 6th place currently. But, Amir, how are you? I haven't seen you since, what was it? Thursday? Wednesday?
Tuesday? Monday? Yeah, I think it was Tuesday, was it? Yeah.
West Ham draw.
You look, to be fair, Barnaby, you know, what you said is right. Villa dropping points. This one here, huge game, but it's a potential banana peel, you know. We just have to be the team that's not going to be so idiotic to go see the banana peel in front of you, go step on it and slip up and end up on your backside. We have to make sure that we're clinical up top, that we control the midfield, and we come home with 3 points and we give the 60-odd thousand Spurs fans a great way to start their week.
I think the reason why you've talked about a banana skin there, Amir, is because you've been a Tottenham fan many decades, just like I have. And I think we all know that when it comes to these opportunities to put some daylight between us and other teams and to kind of make the next few difficult games feel a little more like no-lose gambles, often we find ourselves coming up short. Let's get started, though, straight in with the team news with only around 9 minutes till kickoff. So Vicario in goal, Pedro Porro, Christian Romero, Mickey van der Ven and Destiny Udogie. The back four as per usual. Bissouma keeps his place just in front of them. Pat Matasar comes back in for Rodrigo Bentancur, something we'll talk about. That was a bit of a surprise to me. James Maddison starts again. That's not a surprise to me. He was taken off on 60 minutes. Didn't have his best game at West Ham, but I thought he was taken off mainly because Andrew would want him to start today against Forest. Timo Werner starts once again on the left, Brennan Johnson on the right, and Sonny up front in the 9. Let's get started with Sarr coming in for Bentancur. Were you as surprised as I was?
Not really, to be honest with you, Barnaby. I just think Sarr, the amount of legs, the amount of energy he brings into that midfield. Yes, Bentancur offers something a little bit different, a bit more silky on the ball, can advance, passes a little bit better than Sarr. I just think that extra energy that Sarr brings and the legs that he brings into that midfield, they're always well needed. And especially in a game today where you want to dominate at home, you want to be on the front foot, I think having Sarr in there, it's going to be a great bonus. I was telling you just off screen, I would love to see a midfield of Bentancur, Sarr and Maddison, but maybe that's one for future game before the end of the season.
Maybe it is, and we'll go through the Forest team news now, and maybe that'll make more sense of why Sarr has come in. So Sells in goal, Williams, Omobama Daly in a centre-back with Murillo and Aina. I don't know much about him on the left. Oh, there's me writing the script for Nottingham Forest there. Yates and Danilo, Gibbs White in the 10, Callum Hudson-Odoi on the left, Alanga on the right, and Chris Wood up front. I've said it to you before we came on today. I'm absolutely petrified of whatever corners they're going to have with Chris Wood, who I assume will be attacking everything, and they'll have somebody blocking Vicario on the line. How worried are you about that? How easy is it for opposition teams to now set up that way against Spurs?
It's way too easy, Barnaby, and I'm just hoping I'm going to be paying close attention to these corners. I want to see if there's maybe something that we can do defensively to not give the opponents this advantage. You can imagine Chris Wood's about 6'4", 6'5". He's going to be in the face of Vicario. He's going to be causing him havoc, elbows in his face. We have to provide the solution, whether that's Vicario pushing them out, whether that's taking one of our big lads, Romero, and saying, Romero, this area around Vicario is your area to monitor. Get everyone out of here. I want to see us not conceding from corner kicks today. However, it's going to be hand in your heart, mouth moment every single time that they get one. Yeah. It's just been like that all season, unfortunately.
It has, and one of the things I was just thinking on my way here today is that in the first kind of 10 games, Spurs' stats on set pieces were very promising, and everyone was like, oh, we haven't conceded many goals from set pieces. But in every watch-along, I was saying we were so bad at winning that first ball from set pieces, not just corners, but deep free kicks as well. And then it's really come home to roost in the last kind of 10 games where our stats, I think, were third worst now overall in terms of conceding goals from set pieces. So it's something that we have to work on. And I said it in the week, and I said it on my show, the Spurred On podcast, after the West Ham Ham game, it's actually getting a bit embarrassing. And I like your idea. You bring someone in. I would actually say to Van der Ven, why don't you stand on whoever they're put on to block the keeper and say to Vicario, if they're going to put it in the 6-yard box, you've got to take a free run and just clear it or catch it.
Clatter them.
Clatter them, yeah.
Clatter them. Just, before keepers were given more of a defence, you could literally come out and, elbow 3 players, and as long as you got the ball, Okay, took the ball, no problem.
Absolutely true. One player who regularly gets stick from at least a corner of the Spurs fan base at the moment is Timo Werner. He keeps his place on the left-hand side. Yeah. Ange was asked the question in the week again, are you expecting to sign him in the summer? He said a decision will be made at the correct time. I've got to say, I think Werner has started many more games than I expected. I thought that he would fill in for Sonny on the left while he was at the Asia Cup and then probably play off the bench a lot. He's starting a lot of games. I think he's going to sign. How do you feel about him starting today's game?
I think starting today's game for him is huge. He needs to continue his assists, trying to get on the score sheet as well. He's been doing okay for us, but I can understand the fans' frustration because he does often miss sitters. We've seen it a couple of times this season where he's missed gilt-edged chances. I don't have a problem with players missing gilt-edged chances as long as the next one you're putting in the back of the net. That's what I'm looking at. So if he can create 3 chances and he's scoring 1 or 2 of them, then I'm happy. But if he's only creating 1 and he's missing that one, then we have a problem. In terms of his amount of minutes, I am a little bit shocked, actually, Barnaby, because I think we have an informed striker who sat on the bench.
Rishi.
Yes, who I question, could we be better with him on the pitch today and Sonny out left? To me, that's a stronger front 3. Richie, Sonny, Johnson.
Yeah, quite possibly.
But yeah, we'll see. It's also good to have a threat on the bench, someone different to bring on.
Of course. Guys, the teams are now out on the pitch. They're just doing the lineup. Should also maybe talk about Decky Kulusevski. He's on the bench again tonight. He scored and got an assist in the reverse fixture, a 2-0 win at Nottingham Forest earlier this season. How do you think he'll feel right now, kind of being properly dropped to the last few games?
He's going to be hungry. If you're asking me, Barnaby, he's going to be, raring to go. He wants to get back on that pitch. I think in terms of, which is his best position, is it out on the wing or is it that number 10? I'm not too sure. The argument's fully, in full swing. I hear the arguments going this way and going that way. He'll have to be playing a lot better to get himself back in this team because Johnson is just scoring and assisting for fun every other game. So Kulu's going to have to put in a lot of work to get back in this starting lineup. Yeah,
he's doing well, Brennan Johnson. Should say, actually, we both forgot to mention, Richarlison is out today with a niggle, isn't he? He's not on the bench. No, Dane Scarlett's come in for him. So the bench today is Austin, Royale, Dragushin, Ben Davis, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, Rodrigo Bentancur, Gio Lo Celso, Decky Kulusevski, and Dane Scarlett. Yeah, Ange came out and said he's got a little niggle.
Okay. That's not a problem. Well, actually, with Scarlett being on the bench, he's actually been on fire for the under-21s and stuff like that.
He did well for England, didn't he?
Yeah, he's been banging in goals, so I don't mind seeing Scarlett there on the bench. I'm just hoping that we have enough in that first 11 that we won't need to, get players off the bench and try and nick last-minute winners and stuff like that, like we needed against Luton.
Yeah, absolutely. And guys, just before the match kicks off, please don't forget, drop this video a like. Make sure you're subscribed to We Are Tottenham TV. And my YouTube handle is in the title. Give that a little click and a subscribe for my daily Spurred On podcast stuff. Amir, where can they find you?
People can find me on the Olive Branch podcast. It's my podcast that I've just recently relaunched. It'd be great if you went over there, gave me a little subscribe. It will also really, really help us out. We've just restarted the podcast. But yeah, you can also find me here alongside Barnaby for the watch-alongs.
That's right. So they're the Forest team are just getting in their little huddle now. Morgan Gibbs-White is absolutely their danger man. He's someone who's been linked with Spurs over the last month or two. Do you see him as someone that we could potentially be looking to buy in the summer? One thing I would say is I do really feel strongly that Daniel Levy likes to try and pick off players from those clubs who are struggling with the profit and sustainability rules. So we could be looking at buying again from Forest and Everton, as we have recently with Brennan Johnson and Richarlison.
I think it's a high possibility there, to be honest with you. Players like Gibbs-White, young, British. I think someone like that.
He'd push Maddison a bit, wouldn't he, in terms of...
push all our
I mean,
players.
obviously, if we were to lose Gio Lo Celso, he's definitely someone I could imagine us going for.
I think he'd push all of our players to get on the pitch. He's hungry, he's young. I fully expect him to cause us a lot of trouble here this afternoon. I'm hoping not. He's a very good player.
I've just seen some terrible news, which is that Alan Smith, Arsenal's Alan Smith, is once again on co-commentary for a Tottenham game on Sky. I cannot believe that they keep doing this. Really winds me up. Anyway, the game has kicked off.
Come on,
Forest have gotten long with their first ball up to Chris Wood, which we'll see a lot today, I predict.
Well done, Bissouma.
Yeah, Basuma did well there. Brennan Johnson just breaking down the right. Spurs in their all-white kit. Forest in a change strip of a kind of purple with pinky stripes. That's the best I can describe it. The fans sound behind Spurs already. And Timo Werner gets the ball out on the left, fronted up by Elanga. We did say before the game, into Maddison in a good little pocket there. And Udogie's got a chance to get a cross in. He cuts back. I was wondering before the game, with a kind of front four of Wood, Elanga, Hudson-Odoi and Gibbs-White, is there a possibility that as the game goes on, maybe they won't be as keen to defend as they will be to attack? What are your thoughts on that, Amir?
I think that they're going to be a bit cleverer. I don't think they're going to go so gun-ho.
No, of course.
Yeah, they're going to sit back and they're going to try and use those pacey players on the break and catch us on the break, I think. Then, Nuno's quite a defensive manager and he knows the way we play. He's quite tactically aware, Nuno, so I can't see him just going at us. He'll hope that they can break us down.
Yeah, we should talk about Nuno. He's never ever gone out of side in his life, I wouldn't say. He's all about staying deep and compact and breaking on the counter. He did.
Timo, though, on the wing.
Destiny's got to the byline, and it's a corner. Nuno has had some good results against Spurs for Wolves. They won at Wembley, I remember, against Pochettino's great side. So, anything could happen, as we saw against Luton, going 1-0 down. We've gone 1-0 down a lot at home recently. Spurs need to get on the front foot, and hopefully, by winning an early corner, we can break that duck of looking really average from attacking set pieces and even more average from defensive set pieces. They've gone short, which is something they did in the first 10 games a lot, and it's come out to Bissouma. Can he find a pass? He's had a dig. It's over the bar.
I don't mind that.
No, I don't mind it either.
I don't mind that, though. At least he's had an effort on, not on target, but at least in the vicinity.
I could be wrong, but I feel like that's the first time I've seen Bissouma have a shot for months and months.
Yeah, he doesn't usually shoot. That's not really his game, but he
scored an absolute bang over Brighton against us, didn't he?
He did. And, he can do it. It's just he doesn't really find himself in those situations too often.
Yeah.
He does. He can shoot.
So 2 minutes gone. It's kind of set up as you'd imagine so far, with Forest kind of sitting pretty deep and Spurs getting on the ball quite a lot. Van der Ven now to Bissouma, who will open it out to Romero. And Johnson makes the run out wide for him and gets it. And Sarr's made a nice little run down the line, and he's found him. And Porro's made him a run. Oh, Sarr tried to find Porro, didn't quite make it, but that was good stuff from Spurs. And Forest now on the transition. Brennan Johnson working hard, but Odoi does well. Good tackle from Johnson there.
Done really well.
Hudson-Odoi, a real talent who didn't get as many chances at Chelsea as you'd think. And in the end, because his contract was running down, do you remember Bayern Munich were interested in him, Dortmund were interested in him for a lot of money. And in the end, he actually went for only a couple of million quid, I think, to Nottingham Forest. And it wouldn't surprise me at all if he ends up getting a big move after this, maybe after this season or the next couple of seasons, if Forest stay up.
Big if there, big if.
Of course. What were your kind of thoughts at the time, do you remember, about Nuno at Spurs?
Do you know what? I just don't think he was the right man for the job, and I don't think anyone brought in at the time that he was brought in would have been the right man at the job. So I don't really disparage his time at Tottenham. I just don't think he was the right man for us. It's not the way we want to play football, and it just didn't suit. I don't think he actually did too badly when he was with us. I just think the football was not what the fans wanted.
I think he knew that he wasn't the number one. Good little move down the right here. Sarr into Son. Sonny again gets it stuck under his feet. And a good break on here for Forest. Looking dangerous. I'll tell you what, there's in through the middle. Keeper's come out.
Vicario's out. Well done, Big Vic.
Unbelievable sweeper keeping from Big Vic there.
Done. Came out and broke up the play there.
And Romero finds Johnson on the right. He's facing up Aina. And that's another corner to Spurs.
So yeah, I just think that Nuno was given a bit of a hard shake at Spurs. Brought in the wrong man for the job, and then, you know, what was it, 4 months, 5 months? How long was he with
Yeah,
us?
so he won his first 3 games and then nothing after that. And actually, there was a period of games of about 6-7 games where there were hundreds of minutes where we didn't even have a shot on target, and that was the kind of his death knell in the end. Anyway, corner coming up. Porro with an outswinger by the looks of things. It's Son, Romero, and Van de Ven on the penalty spot as the danger men. Bassoon behind them. There's not a lot of threats here, you'd have to say, and they've gone short again, and that's not a surprise. Madison now.
Basuma's there.
Madison. Oh yeah. Oh, it's a
Good
good ball.
Oh.
Werner with a
Is
volley.
that not handball? No.
And Spurs keep possession. Comes back to the halfway line with Destiny, who gets out to Werner.
Werner actually hit the volley well. It was just a good block.
Yeah. Werner tries to get a cross in there.
It's a good start here by Spurs, though. We're 5 minutes in and we're applying the pressure.
Yeah, there's a bit of tempo. Bit of a weird situation there where
Go on, you doggy.
Udogie and Werner were just standing in the same place off the pitch, while the ball had already been thrown in, which is a bit odd. But anyway, we've won another throw in, and this time Udogie will take it. So 5 minutes. The atmosphere has been good. Spurs' tempo has been good. But we need that atmosphere to stay up and for the tempo to stay high. Because Forest will be wanting to just keep it clean for the first 15 minutes.
It's great play by Basuma there. Oh, unlucky.
Just tried to play a bit of a paradise ball there, Basuma, and Forest now on the break.
You know what? You say about the paradise ball, if that ball goes through, we're in. I don't mind him playing those types of balls. I really don't. I think we should try and be more adventurous in that final third. If it doesn't come off the first time, it might do the second or third.
Oh, no, I know what you mean. I would just say, and we've talked about it before, Spurs quite often when they get into that kind of number 10 position, 25, 30 yards out, are trying to play the first ball, and often because the teams we're playing are so deep, they've got too many men there, and it's more about can they hold on to it for just a beat and then potentially place it. But that's just, obviously Ange isn't agreeing with me because they continue to do it. So anyway, we've won a free kick that they'll take short, I'm sure, to Madders, but it's about halfway inside the Forest half. And it comes to Maddison. Gives it back to Porro. Outright to Johnson. Sarr is past him, but he goes back to Porro, and this will come back to Basuma. And Van de Ven now. This is kind of classic Spurs against low block teams at the moment, just trying to move them around.
It's a little bit horseshoey at the moment.
Well, Forest know to keep it narrow, but Werner's got some time on the out wide. Gets a cross in. Sonny gets across the front post. Or finds a lovely ball to Madders, but not sure that was on for the shot. I don't mind it. Basuma tried to have a shot on his swinger, and that did not work. And Forest break.
Hudson and Doy on the ball here on the wing. Cuts back in. Searching for a ball. Can't find it.
Oh, well done, Madders. Wins it off
Spurs
Morgan
pick
Gibbs
it
White
up.
there. Nice stuff in midfield. Sarr trying to pick out Werner, but it's not a good
Unlucky.
ball, unfortunately. That's
Unlucky.
not what I'd say is Sarr's game, those kind of diags. Oh, dear, that could be a yellow card if Destiny's not careful there.
No, I think that will just be a talking to, that
Yeah.
one. There was no maliciousness in it or
Yeah.
anything. It would just.
I think it's one of those ones, if it's later in the game, that would be a yellow.
He's actually got the ball a little bit.
I just think because he was away, Elanga, that's why. But yeah. Free kick Forest. Score update. Sheffield United have
1-1.
equalised against Chelsea.
Come on, Sheffield.
I didn't even know Chelsea were winning, to be honest. Anyway, Forest with their keeper playing a big diag out wide to Nico Williams. That's good football from Forest. They're in a good position here. Breaking through.
Got a
Udogi's
man
got to
over on
work
the wing
here.
as
They're in
well.
down the middle.
No.
Romero's dealt with it. Udogie needed to get his afterburners on there and didn't really.
There's a
Oh,
lot-
lovely hold-up play
there was
from
a
Madders
lot
there.
of space in behind there.
Lovely
Very
stuff from
worrying.
Madders there. There's about 2 fouls on Madders there.
It's got to be a booking. That's what he's asking, James. He's right.
I think he's saying that's the second or third time he's been up, but that was good hold-up play from Madders there. And look, that was a perfect example of what opposition teams must love about coming to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. If they get a ball diagonally in behind our fullback,
They're in.
They're in every time.
Every time. And you know, it's not even that they had the man in the middle. There was another man on the
Yeah.
wing as well, running
Anyway,
in.
Werner running at his fullback now.
Come on, Timo.
He gets a decent ball in.
Sonny!
Oh, Sonny just played a bad ball into Madders. It was a good chance there. Werner did well. Cut
Great
it across the front.
opportunity.
Oh, and a good touch there from Werner. Nice play there. Udogie into Basuma, into Sarr. That'll come. It comes back to Basuma. Once again. Forest.
Moving for him? Who's moving for him?
There's nowhere to go because Forest have 10 men in front of them in a space of only 20 yards. It's very narrow.
Very narrow. Come on, Sonny.
Good ball from Madders. Sonny just gets it a little bit caught under his feet again, which is a quite familiar pattern over the last few games, I'd say, when he plays in the 9. Out to Brennan Johnson with a bit of space now. He tries to play it into Porro, but it's cut out.
Win that.
Oh, and that's a foul. Oh, and the ref's not giving it, I think, because he wasn't even looking at it. Interesting, that. If we score here, that'll come back, I wonder. Oh, Madders tries to play a good ball out, but it doesn't make it. And Hudson-Odoi. Nice from Sarr there. Picks it back up. And then a terrible pass. See what I mean? Just take your time, boy. Yeah. Well done there, Romero. We win it back again.
Brilliant.
Brennan Johnson into... Oh, dearie me. Madders.
Sloppy.
Now they're going to play the big... Oh, has he had a shot, Murillo? He has.
It's going in.
Oh, it's gone wide. Murillo has nearly scored from 80 yards. Was it 80 yards or am I exaggerating? 70 yards?
At least. I can't believe.
Tell you what, this would be the longest one. No, it's 70 yards, I'd say. Tell you what, if that's on target, it's a goal.
I thought it was going in, to be honest with you. With the curve on it, just didn't have enough.
The reason Spurs have not conceded there is because there was a little bit of fade on it.
That would have been goal of the season.
Yeah, would have been absolute goal of the season. And fair play to him. Vic will now be a little less sure about being so far off his line. But
come on, Pape.
Sarr's got a good ball out to Brendan Johnson there.
Sonny! Oh.
It's another corner. Oh, it's Porro, actually. Sorry, it wasn't Johnson. But good defending there from
that's better. Getting the ball in quick into the box. You've got to move the ball quick. Sometimes when we're on the edge of the box and we're just looking a bit sluggish.
Yeah. Another short corner. We've hit 3 short corners so far. The refs made them take it again.
What's he said? He wasn't ready.
Deary me.
Frustrating. He's saying wait for the whistle.
So here we go again.
Come on, Porro.
Pedro Porro. Looks like we're only trying to do short corners at the moment. I'm not surprised, to be honest. And it comes to Madders. He's got a chance to cross this in, but he stays and back to Porro. Good ball from Porro to Brent. Chance here for Basuma. Oh, I'll tell you what, a couple of deflections there. Nearly, it just goes over the bar in the end. Chris Wood with the last one.
Is this a tactic, though? This kind of pull it back to Basuma on the edge of the box? That's the second time we've seen it today.
Yeah. Well, we've been asking for this, and frankly, the way that we put in normal corners, I think these short corners are working better. Yeah, so it's 2 deflections in the end.
They are working a little bit better.
Porro's taking them from both sides. Bit of a run for him. 4 corners already in the first 11 minutes. It's good for any of you gamblers who've got +8 corners in the game or anything like that, because we're already halfway there. Now, is he going to put the first? No, it goes short again, this time to Johnson, out to Basuma, to Maddison. So they've got 4 on 3 out here, so they should be able to work something. Porro gets a ball in.
Ball.
It was a good ball. The keeper clears it.
Unlucky.
With a punch. And it gets cleared to the halfway line where Udogie picks it up.
That's where you want Richarlison on the end of it.
I wouldn't mind. I know they keep Udogie back from corners for his pace, but I think he'd be a bit of a brute in the air.
He's great in the air.
Yeah.
He was scoring goals for Udinese last season from corners.
Yeah.
We need to get him in there.
Sarr to Johnson. Comes back to Udogie.
This is very promising by Spurs, though. I must say, we've pretty much controlled the opening 13 minutes here.
Yeah. And once again, it's one of those ones where whatever happens, Forest will be knackered in the second half because we're just moving them about at will.
Oh, they already look knackered.
Yeah. Out to Romero. Got to get Madders and Sonny to get the ball out of their feet a bit better, though.
This is where it becomes tricky, right? No one's making the run, and then it's getting congested. Yeah,
it's just Forest. It's Forest are, to be fair, they're bringing us up. So it's, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players in the space, or 7 players in a very narrow space. That's why it's not quite happening. Sonny makes a channel ball there. Channel run. Well defended by Forest. Goes back down the line. Oh, and Wood's going to hold that up. That's good play from Forest. They're in a good position again here. Sarr has worked back.
Brilliant.
It wasn't Wood, sorry. It was Gibbs White.
Great running back there by Sarr. Great.
Lovely ball there. Madders. Oh, that's got to be a yellow card.
On.
That's got to be a yellow card.
Has to be.
And it is a yellow card.
First one of the game.
I've listened to a lot of the Spurs podcasts this week, and a lot of them have talked about how Madders in these games is just getting kicked over and over again.
That's what they do to him.
Polina at Fulham who was kicking him, and it was Paqueta against West Ham was kicking him, and today Yates has already got a book.
It's the only way to stop Madders from getting away from you. He's so good on the ball that he can just wriggle away. So that's what they do. As soon as he wriggles away, they take him down. And the poor guy has been targeted again and again and again.
Well, that is an early yellow card for Yates, the centre midfielder, to take. And let's hope that that will give us more space in central midfield as Madders and Sarr take it on the half turn. Romero's just tried a
Little dink.
a difficult ball there, and it's Forest have picked it up and play it down the line.
Win it back, Porro. That's it.
Oh, Gibbs White is in down the line. Stand up, Mickey. Mickey van der Ven does brilliantly.
Unbelievable defending by Mickey.
And it comes back to Vicario. So I read an article with
so
Mickey
good.
this week. It turns out his dad was a detective and in Holland and is now the detective on Hunted, the Dutch show, the Dutch version of the UK show.
Oh, yeah.
Good football in here. Basuma, lovely
on,
stuff.
Sonny.
Werner's in on the left.
Werner's there.
Get it across the front, Werner. Get it across the front. Goal!
Yes!
Own goal!
On.
Another assist, although I don't think they
on.
officially count as assists, but beautiful from Timo Werner. Sonny found him in space on the left.
Classic Tottenham goal.
And it's a beautiful ball across the front. That, to me, is where Werner is not getting the credit he deserves, because people are saying he's missing chances, and sure he is, but a lot of players in that position would be more selfish and try and score.
They
and
would.
he's actually... That ball across the front is impossible to defend. Is he onside from this ball,
he's
Sonny?
miles onside. Oh, it's close, actually.
I tell you
it's
what.
not miles on. It's very close.
It's going to be very close. They're going to draw the lines on this one, I predict.
Yeah, it's going to be very close. But I think he's just about onside. But again, like you said, that ball is so dangerous. Look, if he doesn't touch that in, Sarr's going to touch it in.
Maybe, actually,
Johnson's going to touch it in.
I think this one might be offside. Let's see what happens.
Oh, they're checking
Yeah,
it.
they're
No,
drawing.
but you see your man's shoulder and arm there.
I thought... No,
I
it'll be,
think-
yeah, the armpit might help us.
See, look, he's behind him. Yeah, that's onside. That's
Okay,
onside.
Amir feels strongly it's on. I think it's going to be tight. But I'll tell you what, his foot is further behind than I thought it would be. It's a goal.
It's a goal. Come on, Barnaby. That's it.
Okay,
I know
good
how
stuff.
hesitant you are on these VAR checks, but that one looked onside. To
I
me.
prefer to be memed for being negative than being like, "Wah," and then, "Wah." Okay, 1-0 Spurs, 16 minutes gone. Werner will not get an assist. Apparently, you don't get assists for own goals. I could be wrong, but I heard that after one of the recent own goals.
Oh, well done,
Papsar's
Sarr.
won it
He's
high there.
Won it well there in the middle of the field. We've got 4 Spurs players up here. Oh, the ball wasn't good enough.
It wasn't. And well done, Basuma there.
Risky, though, by Basuma.
It was.
Bloody hell, if you don't get the ball there.
Sonny holds it up nicely
Well
and gives
done,
it to Basuma.
Sonny.
Give it easy here, Bis. Turn out,
One more
Madders.
Madders.
No, Madders. Do you see what I mean? Okay, we've won it again. Basuma, give it out
Here we
wide.
go.
Oh, he's going to have a dig.
Oh,
he's hit it
unlucky.
wide. That's good from Basuma. He's had 2 shots already in this game. And just clearly said what we've been saying before the game. If you get a chance to shoot,
Have
take
it.
it.
He's very close. Oh,
It's not that close in the end, but I'm glad to see him take a shot.
It's a good effort by Basuma there. I'm happy for him to take it on.
The other reason I'm glad to see them having shots is because it'll make the Nottingham Forest defence think twice about just backing off and backing off and backing off. Now they'll have to come and then there'll be space for little passes.
100%. 100%.
Spurs fans getting right behind Ange Postecoglou.
Come on, we need
now.
the second before half time. Come on, lads. Let's give this crowd something to cheer about. Come on.
They're singing the Ange song. Oh. Porro gives away a throw in there on the right-hand side. Lovely stuff from Timo Werner. Got to give him the credit.
Yeah, you do. You do. He did what was asked of him. Beat him, man. Get the ball in. Make something happen. And he did. So, yeah, unfortunately, all this Timo in, Timo out, I think he's playing his way in. It's got to be said.
I'm pretty consistent about my feelings on it in terms of who we're going to get at that price who'll do anything. That's good.
Ooh.
Oh, that's good good stuff from Neco Williams on the right there. Oh, and tell you what, they've beaten
unlucky
4 of our
bits.
players here. This is a good position for Forest in midfield. And it comes out wide left to Hudson-Odoi. He scored from this position.
Oh.
And he gets a shot off. That's their first shot on target. Goes straight down the throat of Vicario.
I don't know why Porro isn't closing him down there. He's backing off and backing off.
Yeah, Hudson-Odoi scored a great goal in the week from just that position on the left-hand flank, cutting in on his right and sticking it in the top corner. We were a bit fortunate that time that he stuck it straight down Vicario's throat.
Beautiful ball by Madders into Sonny. Back to Madders.
Madders helped Sonny out big time there.
Werner. Played back to Van der Ven. Madders on the ball.
Madders, I think he's hungry after getting taken off early in the last couple of games because he really is trying to get on everything at the moment.
He is. He's actually playing really well without, getting a goal or an assist. He's playing really well.
Werner just tried to find Udogi, and then unfortunately Neco Williams did well against him.
You got to win it there.
It's good football down the left from Forest there.
It's too easy. It's too easy. Well done,
Sonny.
Sonny. Well done. Captain Brilliant. Running
Okay.
back there, chasing it down.
Oh, good turn from Madders. That's not a good ball. Madders just trying something a bit too difficult there, and it's cut out. Oh, and Bissouma cuts down Morgan Gibbs-White in central midfield. Free kick. 20 minutes gone.
So apart from an effort from about 80 yards out, Forest haven't really done too much in these 20
No, but
minutes.
to be fair, that could easily have seen us go 1-0 behind. I'd forgotten about that. Fair play to Murillo. He's played well this season, Murillo, actually. There's been a bit of talk about him, whether he can get a better move. Oh, and Forest are absolutely in down the right, but there's offside. Spurs have held the line well.
Wouldn't worry anyway, Mickey van der Ven's down there.
I know.
Don't worry.
Spurs have benefited from 5 own goals this season. That puts us top of the own goal table.
Come
which,
on!
I believe is a trophy in its own right.
I think it is Barnaby.
4 Arsenal, 4 also for Brighton behind.
Something to put in our trophy cabinet.
But, you know, that fits with what we're talking about in terms of that always trying to get to the forward in down the right or the left and the other forward coming in at the back post. Ange ball. So Spurs, I just don't want Spurs here, nor will Ange want us to rest on our laurels in terms of the tempo of the game. I want to keep the pace up, keep moving Forest around. Because it's not like at 1-0 Forest are going to change anything. They're going to just try and stick in it. And they know they're going to make chances. Excuse me.
Well, that's why we need this second goal. I think if you get the second here, the game completely opens up. It will bring Forest out a bit.
You'd hope so. But as we saw Chelsea against Man United in the week, they were 2-0 up. Anything can still happen.
True.
It's the Premier League. Lovely ball down the side to Sarr, who's as ever
him?
a willing runner.
Who's helping him?
Oh, and he's been pushed off the ball very easily there, Sarr. Has to be said, that's Murillo. Started the game well. Oh, and he's still going, Murillo. He's beaten Bissouma with the ball there.
Win that, Biss. Well
and that's
done.
a huge tackle. That's unlucky. Good tackle from Biss. So it could have broken to us, but it didn't. And now it comes down to the right-hand flank with Williams into Alanga.
Bit of possession here for Forest.
Yeah. Stand. Oh, they're in down the right. Got to stand up, Destiny. Just stand him. No, it'll never be a foul. It was just shoulders.
Well done, you doggy.
Destiny did beautifully there. And it comes to Bissouma. He's just got to find an easy ball here. Find an easy ball. Well done, as Doggy gives him an option.
You see, they've got your man marking Maddison all the time. They're not giving him any space there in the middle.
Yeah.
They do not want Madders on the ball.
Sonny has taken a position out on the wide left here, and he gives it to Madders. Loves fronting up defenders, Madders. He gets tripped a little bit again, but keeps his feet. Gives it back to Bissouma. It comes to Madders again. He plays it into Son beautifully. Oh, lovely idea. Tell you what.
Penalty.
Son's not really a diver, but the ref said that there was no touch there.
Wow.
Be interesting to see if he does. I mean, they won't overturn it, I'm sure. No, it's not a foul, to be honest. He just feels he puts his leg into him, I think, if anything. And it's outside the box anyway.
It was outside the box.
Forest have the ball again and play the big diagonal. Oh, that's bad. That's how high. So they just tried to play a ball over the top there, and Spurs' defensive line was on the halfway line, so they couldn't get in. Yates is complaining with the ref and giving him a little pat there, but don't forget, mate, you've already been booked. So
he's trying to stay in his good books.
Yeah,
isn't
he is. Yeah. Spurs back on the ball with Van der Ven. He plays out to Werner. He's got so much space.
Come on, Timo. That's it. Just run at them. Go on.
And Alanga not really bothering this time, to be honest. And it comes to Madders, who goes backwards, unfortunately. Oh, Sonny's made an interesting run. It comes to Bissouma. Another chance for a shot. And it goes straight down the keeper's throat. But that's his third shot today.
Wow.
He's got so much space.
It seems like a tactic. They're really trying to get Bissouma on the edge of the box for these shots, which I don't mind at all. It's been a threat. Yeah. He's had 3, 4. Yeah, fantastic. Keep him coming, Biss. Put one in the back of the net.
Or Porro with an unbelievable header. Comes to Madders. He gets out to Werner, who's one-on-one with his fullback here.
Skid him.
Oh, he just fronts him up a bit there. But he does well.
Oh,
unbelievable save from the keeper from Son. What a save that is.
I can't believe he stopped that. Oh. I cannot believe what we've just seen. I cannot. It's going to be one of the saves of the century.
I'm sorry, Morgan Gibbs-White has just played an unbelievable pass, but Van der Ven's just stuck the afterburners on, and Hudson-Odoi's just given up. So it was a classic bit of football. Werner across the front, and Son made a beautiful run, Brennan Johnson-esque, Gets his foot on it, and the keeper's made a great point-blank save.
What? It was like, it wasn't even, it was like a 10-centimetre save. It was literally off his leg and straight into the keeper's hand.
It was beautiful. And can I just say,
unbelievable.
They then showed the fans after Van der Ven put the afterburners on, and they were just basically cheering as if it was a goal. They love him so much. Get him signed up. What a player.
Yeah, sign him till 2030, please.
Werner has just unnecessarily dived in and got himself a booking there.
Silly. Silly by Timo.
Very unlike Timo. Yeah, it's madness. Right in front of the bench.
But I don't know if that's a yellow either. That's,
yeah.
For me, that's very soft.
It's soft, but also having given Yates the booking for something similar.
Sure, he's got to be consistent. He's got to be consistent. I understand it. It's a bit soft for me. Let's have a look at this save again.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was Son. I said it's Son with a Brennan Johnson-esque run, but it was Johnson himself.
Yeah, it was Johnson.
Look how good he is at that. It's impossible to defend, and he knows all he has to do is stay behind the ball.
Don't know how he saved that.
Oh, beautiful stuff.
I don't know how he saved that. He's basically gambled before the shots come off.
Made himself
Johnson's
big,
foot.
and it's just hit his arm.
That's a fantastic
So another
save.
deep free kick for Spurs to defend. And no one's gone at the back post here. Look at that. It's too easy. I'm sorry. Another chance for a cross from Hudson-Odoi. What are you doing, Vicario? Actually, it's ended up being a good punch, but why didn't he just... It was literally just a catch like that.
It seemed like one he could catch.
Anyway, I love him, so I let him off. Anyway, Spurs now with the ball.
Come
and
on,
Sarr
Sonny.
opening his legs, gives it to Johnson.
Sonny was through.
Lovely cut inside from Brennan, who plays it out to Sarr. Might have been offside.
Back stick. Oh,
Sarr's put in a couple of beautiful crosses this season so far, but that was not one of them. Straight to the keeper.
No, but Werner was free there on the back post. But it's great play by Tottenham. We've really been dominating this opening half an hour.
Yeah, we have. We have indeed. There's a lot of space out there.
But this is the thing, right? Look, Liverpool dominated in the first half and they ended up, drawing the game. We need this second goal now.
No, exactly. It's the Premier League.
Come on. I mean, you look at what Brentford did. Bloody hell, yesterday. 2-0 down, and then the next thing you know, it was 3-2.
Yeah, they scored 3 in 10 minutes.
It was unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Okay, Forest in down the right. And Destiny, you've got to go with Elanga there. Deary me. Big chance here for Forest. Big chance. Goal. 1-1. Chris Wood. What is Destiny doing? Not even trying.
I don't know. It's just too easy. It's too easy for the opponents. It's way too easy.
So easy.
It's like you said, one ball in, and they're in the back, and
Alan Smith saying how simple did that look. Look, Werner and Destiny Udogie just caught miles ahead of the ball. I mean, Udogie might not have caught him up if he tried, but he doesn't try. And Bissouma, once again, not breaking his butt to get in the box, and Sarr nowhere near it either. We've conceded so many goals like this season. It's just poor. It is a training ground goal. You can't leave your centre-backs and your full-back just one-on-one.
It's too easy for them. It's just too easy.
And
this is where I get frustrated, right? It's with this defence. You can be as good as you like going forward. If you don't know how to keep the other team out, you're making life difficult for yourself. And we just do it game after game after game after game. It's very, very frustrating. But anyway, let's get back into this one. We've still got 18 minutes here of normal time to play. We can try and get in the lead again. Come on, Tom.
Just sometimes they're indifference at trying to work back when it's just one easy ball down the line.
It's way too easy for them to get in.
Oh, chance here.
Here we go.
Oh, Pedro Porro just had a chance in the box.
Win that. Well done, Biss. Mickey's there. Mickey van der Ven out to Timo Werner. Udogie making a run for him. He's gone back here to Mickey.
Yeah.
Trying to find James Maddison here.
I think Spurs have only kept 2 clean sheets in 22 now or something. It's just ridiculous.
I just think that with the players we have there at the back and the goalkeeper, that we should be doing a lot better. I'm not sure what it is you need to tweak exactly. I'm not a masterful tactician, but something needs to be adjusted there to shut up shop.
Right, it definitely was a lack of concentration. You can't just think, it's going to be easy and you can let a man run off you. He had the whole half of space to run into.
The amount of space.
Anyway, back on the ball, Maddison plays it out wide to Johnson. Porro gives him an offer. Forest fans now loving this. Problem is, they'll have chances like that again.
For sure. And I think that was their tactic the whole game. I said it at the start. They're looking to catch us on the break.
Yeah, no, and I said it when we were 1-0 up. They won't change anything.
No.
Oh, it's a bad ball from Porro into Sarr. And
Come
Elanga's
on,
through again,
lads.
potentially here. It goes the other way to Hudson-Odoi and kicks it out.
But we've got to be better than this. You know, we get in the lead, we do the hard work, and then we just shoot ourselves in the foot. It's infuriating, to be honest.
Well, to be honest, today is the first time we've taken the lead at home in a long time. Usually we're 1-0 down when we concede that goal. 0-0 when we concede that goal.
Come on, Timo. Good ball there. James Maddison on the wing. Looking back inside.
I guess the reality is the reason we always look like scoring so many goals and the reason we do score so many goals is because we're trying to overload all the time. But the reason why we concede so many goals is because we're overloading all the time.
Yeah.
That's, maybe that's what Ange would say. But maybe the reality is we need a better number 6 who is able, I like Basuma a lot, but someone who's able to get across in those situations and position himself a bit better.
Maybe. I've even thought of moving Romero forward to that position and play him because he's good at picking out players, and we know defensively he's one of the best. Maybe that's something that we could do. Play Romero in there and bring in Dragusin.
Tell you what, they're in down the right here again if they're interested in it. Werner actually did work back well there, and that time
Well
Destiny
done,
does well.
Doggy,
Uses his
well
shoulder.
done.
Madison, that's another example of what I'm talking about. Just trying to play a ball too early. Madison just kicked it off. Half an hour gone. 1-1. Chris Wood and Forest now playing it across their goal. They make a bit of pressure on Murillo there. He kicks it out. Spurs back on the ball with Sonny. Back out to Romero. Bissouma out to Johnson. Or was it Porro?
That's better.
Sonny in a
That's
good
better.
position here. Give it to Werner. He's in. Get it across the front again. Oh, it's a bad ball that time from Timo, unfortunately. Just tried to hit it first time. Same ball across the front, and he just kind of scooped it over the bar. But
I want to see Sonny shooting from those kind of angles.
I think he would have done, but the player was right in front of him. He thought he was going to block it.
But you see, that's the infuriating thing about Timo there. He had a great opportunity to put in a good ball, and he's just fluffed it.
Yeah. Deary me. You'd be so wound up if you're Vicario, the chances we give up.
If you're Mickey van der Ven and Romero, you're thinking, where's the help? And the Nottingham Forest kids are loving this.
Yeah, they just showed a kid in the Forest end just taking the piss out of the Spurs fans, which is funny. He was about 8.
Yeah. I hope he doesn't have the last laugh.
Oh, me too. Mickey does well there. Oh, interesting ball back to Vicario. He has to deal with it difficultly there. He's got no one near him here.
Very risky play by Spurs, and we've lost it, and they're in here. Corner ball.
Right, first corner for Forest. Porro gets back and needed to. This will be interesting here.
But again, Spurs playing our way into trouble.
Chris Wood making his way onto Vicario by the looks of things to me. Yeah. And if they do it like everybody else does, all he'll be trying to do, Wood, is block Vicario from coming anywhere. They're not interested in him necessarily even challenging him. They're interested in him blocking
again,
his run.
We've left him alone with Vicario.
Yeah, they're very stubborn about this, Spurs. Vicario now trying to get ahead of him. Wood's blocking his run.
Push him out the way, Vic.
It's gone front. Big chance here on the edge to Hudson-Odoi. Doesn't get a good touch. Oh, does he
Sonny.
fall? Okay, it's gone back to the halfway line. It wasn't a good delivery. It was cleared from the front stick, but it comes back out wide to Morgan Gibbs-White, who's fronting up Porro here. We're not great at stopping crosses from these positions, and the cross comes in. Good clearance from Pap Matsar at the front to throw into Forest. They're getting up a little bit of pressure here.
Yeah, they're playing their
Pat
way
puts
back
the pressure
into
on.
this game.
And they're back on the halfway line. It's very similar to a lot of these Spurs games at home at the moment. Oh, Porro. Big trouble here, Spurs. Big chance. Goal. Oh, what a save. It's going to be a goal. Oh, what a save. And he's hit the post on the rebound. Another chance for Forest. Wow. Got away with it.
We're still in this match by the skin of our teeth. This is unbelievable. I don't know how he hasn't scored that.
What is Porro doing there? He's tried to cut out a pass, and then the ball comes across the front. And that is an unbelievable save. And that's a terrible miss. So basically, Vicario makes a great save. It comes out to Wood, who is 3 yards out, and he's just tried to whack it so hard, and it's hit the post.
He's basically missed an open goal.
Yeah, he's missed an open goal, but Spurs just...
We're just living on the edge, guys. Every game, it's the same thing.
I'm not saying Sarr's played badly, but I would get Bentancur on this pitch just to get some measure of control. But anyway, it's just me. Anyway, back on it. Basuma out to Werner, who's got a lot of time every time he gets the ball out here. Destiny's made a good run, but he looks offside. Werner beats his man, and then
it's a
wrong decision.
Come on!
Wrong decision. Tries to play Maddison in, and kicks it off the pitch.
It's not good enough, Tottenham. It's not good enough.
Spurs have got away with one big time there. It's a great save from Vicario because it's come through the feet as well.
Yeah, you were calling it a goal before Vic had even made the save.
I didn't think he was going to save that, and he did. And then Wood, we got away with it big time.
Big time.
But there are more goals in this game, you can guarantee it. 1-1, 35 minutes gone. As ever, Spurs in these games do not make you feel comfortable at all. And Nuno desperate to get one over the team or the club who employed him and then sacked him within.
Look at those stats though. Even though they've had less possession than us, they've had more shots. It's crazy.
I think teams know if they let us have possession, then we're going to try. More often than not, we're going to try a ball that we can't do, and then on the transition, we're absolutely open. Well done, Van der Ven. Wins a header against Chris Wood there. Comes to Elanga on the right. And once again, it's just a bit easy.
They're
Forest
just playing it around
getting confident now, yeah. Out wide to Adoy. He's running now at Porro. Johnson helping him out, but he beats him. And there's a man at the back stick if he wants him. He doesn't find him yet. Comes across now to Yates. And to Neco Williams. Oh, nice idea. Werner gets in the way, but Forest keep the ball. Sonny's not really been in this game much. No. Oh, no. Destiny's got himself in all sorts there.
Misjudged it.
And it's a bad cross. Porro gets there and just gives it a whack. And
no, Sonny against these kind of low block sides, he finds it very
Forest
difficult.
Are absolutely buzzing at the moment. Little back heel in centre midfield here. Not bad confidence for a team who are currently, I think, 17th in the league.
With the points deduction, though, they're not as bad as their league.
No, I'm not saying they're bad, but teams love to come to the Spurs stadium, don't they? Just love it. Big day out.
Big day out. Nice big pitch. Lots of space.
Yeah. Spurs fans trying to G the team up now. So much space in midfield for Forest. Elanga driving and Basuma in a terrible position. Oh, and Elanga in the end hits it straight down Vicario's throat. And
we're living on the edge here, guys. We're living on the edge.
Forest absolutely deserve to be ahead. Yeah. Oh, Madders just... Sarr passed it to Sarr and Sarr slipped over. Destiny does well there and gets out to Werner.
Now, off you go, Werner. Off you go.
And Sonny's made a nice run for him. Good area, this.
Got lots of players up here in the box. Good ball, Sonny.
Whacks it across the front. Oh, and it's cleared at the near post.
This is what we need to do more of. Get Sonny in those kind of positions.
Basuma back to Werner. Fronts up Williams now. Goes down the line. Can he get a decent left-footed cross in? It's just hit the first man.
Poor ball.
Goes out for a throw-in.
More of that, though. More of that.
38 minutes gone. 1-1.
Come on, let's get a sneaky little goal here before half-time. Come on, Tottenham.
Let's not forget that our run after this is Newcastle away, Arsenal at home. So, difficult games coming up. And the Forest fans are chanting, is this a library? There is an element of entitlement and complacency in these games from the Spurs fans sometimes, I think. And it's when the team kind of drop off a little bit that you can hear the kind of silence in the ground. But anyway, Spurs on the edge of the box here. Oh, lovely ball from Madders, and that's going to be a goal kick. Yeah. I'll have a look at some comments. I dare say they won't be that positive at the moment. Well, they're coming in their hundreds at the moment. We need to wake up. Madder's time to go, says Yogi Bell. We got some Villa fans in here. What a surprise. What a surprise. Raj Sidhu says Spurs will win with trademark late winner. I mean, let's hope so, but I'd rather get an earlier winner than that. Bissouma just gets caught on the ball there again and loses it in a dangerous area.
Has he been on the piss the night before, Bissouma? What's going on?
He'd started quite strongly, and then just the last few minutes. Yeah, the crowd really are quite silenced at the moment. Forest looking the stronger in this last 10, 15 minutes for sure. Goes all the way back to their keeper. Sonny trying to put some press on, but no one helping him at all. No point in having a press if no one else is going to do it. Look at that. They're having a lovely time here, Forest. It's only the Forest fans.
Before the goal went in, they weren't doing anything, and they've played their way back into this one, and it's very, very frustrating to see.
They're honestly getting through us so easily at the moment, and it comes to Wood again. Okay, Sarr wins it off him now.
What are you going to do with it? Who wants it? Who wants it?
It has to go back to Vicario, and the fans are a bit frustrated by that.
No one wants it. Who wants the ball?
Oh, he's given Van der Ven something horrible there, but between him, and then Romero ends up kicking it off.
No one wanted it. They're all looking at each other. No one's showing for the ball. This is not good, Tottenham. Come on.
I think we've just been sucked into Forest. You know, why can't we just take the ball for a minute or two and just keep it?
Yeah.
And get rid of their momentum. But every time we get it, it's like, it has to be that quick, and then we lose it again.
We give it away sloppily.
And they're not pressing the ball anymore, Spurs. And he's just hit it straight down the middle.
What are you doing there, you doggy?
I'll tell you what, he's ended up doing all right there, but...
Got a bit lucky.
Yeah, he did. And now Werner's on his own.
Who wants it? Who's helping him? Who's showing for him?
Okay.
Do you know what? This is a team sport, Barnaby. It's a team sport. You've got to help your teammates out. Who's showing for the ball? Who wants
lovely
the ball?
Ball from Destiny there, and lovely turn from Madders.
That's better.
There's a bit of space down the right now.
Keep going.
Sarr gives it to Johnson. Sarr goes for the return, but doesn't get it. Johnson tries a cross, and it goes straight out play for a goal kick.
I don't know what he's tried there.
But I think that's another example. Like, just now playing on the transition every time. Just keep the ball for a bit.
But just show conviction in what you're doing as well, Johnson. If you're going to put in a cross, put in a cross. If you're going to shoot, shoot. Don't do one or the half of the other. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's you'd say that the first half of the half was Spurs, and then the second half of it has been all Forest. Anyway, 3 minutes to go, plus any they find added, which I would have thought they'll only find 2, realistically.
Bit worrying this.
Well, I just think we're really letting Forest believe that they can... Sometimes, I know it's not the way Ange thinks, but sometimes you've got to win the right to play your football. And at the moment, it feels like we're a bit of a soft touch, defensively, certainly. Someone's going to get near him. Look, they're all running away from him.
We're a huge soft touch.
Yeah, see, we'd had all the chances in the first bit, but now it's 8 shots to our 7 to Forest, and Forest have had 4 on target to our 2. Anyway, Romero's put his foot on the ball a little bit, although I think it's going to end up going back to the keeper, maybe. Yeah.
Van der Ven's there if you need.
It's a good ball into Son. It's very deep at the moment.
It's okay, though. Moving the ball a bit quicker here, Sarr. Out to
Nice
Werner.
ball from Bissouma to Werner here. Gives it back to Maddison, who's always got men in front of him. Bissouma now. Out to Werner again. It's coming back to Maddison. Forest back in their kind of comfortable block. And it's going to come back to Werner from Bissouma. And it comes wide to Porro. Gives it into Son. He's got to hold it. Does well.
There's been an incident.
Romero might have a dig here.
There's been an incident off the ball with Madders. And one of the Forest players is down in the box. I think they might be having a look at that. Sonny.
Nice stuff. Get it across the front. Is it goals? Hit the bar.
It's come off the bar.
Corner.
Yeah, Yates is asking for a VAR for an elbow.
Is Yates suggesting that Maddison's punched him?
He is. That is what he's suggesting. There was something there off the ball. I don't know whether it was enough to...
I don't think Yates is allowed to ask for VAR or a yellow card, and he should be booked again for it.
So yeah, he should be booked for asking. Let's have a look. There's nothing in that.
Well, it depends how you choose to look at it, doesn't it? If you get sent off for that, that's mad.
Nah, there's nothing in that. It's not even a yellow card, if you ask me. It's just giving him some kind of push in the chest. It's not.
Problem is, it looks like a punch.
I don't know. Didn't look like a punch to me.
So are we still waiting for the VAR here?
It looked like a small push.
They're still looking at it.
Really?
Oh, Maddison, what are you doing? You just can't get sucked into that shit. Okay, he's talking to them both now. That surely means it's okay.
Yeah, you can't send a player off for a little barge in the
3
chest.
added minutes.
They've shook hands now, Yates and Maddison.
Okay, I think he's got away with one there. To be honest, you can't be you can't be doing that. Anyway, it's a corner to Spurs. Porro. You've got to think this is going to go short, but maybe not. No, first one that he's putting in the box. Outswinger, and Murillo clears it. What a shocker! Straight to Maddison, who puts a lovely ball in back to Porro, and then he just hikes it out of play. Oh my god! Angie's going to have to get right into them in this half-time because...
Big time. As usual, it's becoming his half-time routine.
A lot of the fans piling out to go to the bar. Yeah, Alan Smith's just saying it. Spurs... We do find it incredibly difficult to keep a consistent 90 minutes, don't we? Which I guess is in keeping with the beginning of a project, but still, you know... Well up, Romero. Go on then, press him, Timo. Press him, Sonny.
Our issues at the back, they just take away from all the great work that we do in the front third of the pitch, you know. If you have a leaky defence, you can't win anything.
Now find the right pass here. Find the right pass, Biss. Find the right pass. And the crowd are booing. Just the crowd have reacted exactly how I reacted there.
It's not good enough, is it?
Because it's not just as simple as, oh, it's a bad ball. It then puts us in big pressure. And that's going to be a yellow card. It's going to be a yellow card.
Yep.
And that's because of Bissouma. I'm sorry. So Udogi's going to get a yellow card here, I think. Oh, maybe he's got away with it. But Bissouma has absolutely tucked us up there. It's not as simple as, oh, can you just put us in a good attacking position? If you don't, we pile so many players forward that it stitches us up. The same way that when Deki Kulusevski played a bad pass against Luton in the early minute, goes behind everyone, suddenly they're completely free. Anyway, now Forest have a deep free kick that we're terrible at defending. Gibbs White with it. 48th minute. He's played an early ball down the right. They're in.
Great ball.
He's chopped it back, and actually, Vicario has to tip it behind.
Again, living on a knife edge, Tottenham Hotspur.
If they concede from this corner in the last kick of the first half, it would be completely deserved. We're just 5% off it for the last 15 minutes. Vicario does really well in the end there, you know.
And look at this quick free kick, and they're in behind again. It's just it's almost comical.
Just imagine being an analyst for one of our opposition, just thinking of all the possibilities.
Wood here on Vicario again with the corner coming in.
Yeah, he's not been quite as aggressive as Antonio. That's the only thing I'd say. And Vicario is trying to get ahead of him. But here it comes. It's come all the way. Udogi ends up clearing that at the back post. That will probably be the end of the first half, will it? Or maybe he'll find a bit more because of that VAR, actually. Just bringing someone up. They're going to do a long throw here. The fans are completely flat. And that's been because of the last 15, 20 minutes. Yeah, they're going for a long throw here. Got to think that Wood will be trying to win the first one. Oh, it is a long throw, and Vicario has done well.
He's held on to that one.
And that's half-time. So, half-time, Tottenham Hotspur 1, Nottingham Forest 1. A very, very good first kind of 15 minutes of the game, 16 minutes of the game, which is when we scored our opener, an assist from Timo Werner with an own goal. And then from then, pretty much almost exclusively from then, Spurs have absolutely sat back on their laurels and have been very, very poor indeed. Equaliser coming on 27 minutes from Chris Wood, basically down the right. I think it was Elanga with the freedom of the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium to pick out Chris Wood in the middle. Pedro Porro couldn't get his body in the way. And at the moment, you'd have to say Nuno Espirito Santo will be absolutely ecstatic going in there, telling them they're playing exactly how he expected it to go. They might not even be as knackered as you'd think, because they've had most of the ball in the last 15 minutes.
Yeah. It's a classic example of not putting your foot on the neck of the opponent.
Yeah.
When we went 1-0 up, we were playing well. We were knocking the ball around. We had lots of chances. Bissouma was taking pot shots from outside the box. The keeper made one of the best saves I've seen all season from a Johnson flick on at the near post.
Yeah, from Werner again, wasn't it?
From Werner again, Werner-Johnson combo. So we were looking fantastic. And then you just see our defence just completely go to pot. And Udogie...
Is it the defence or is it the midfield?
I think it's the defence, because what's Udogie doing all the way up there? If he's 20 yards
He's doing what
back,
he's told, though. I mean, what I'd say is he's not working hard enough back, and nor is Bissouma.
No, they're both. There's no cover there. So as soon as the ball gets lost in the midfield, one ball and they're in the back, and that's what happened. They got in behind us, one ball into the box. Chris Wood, thank you very much. Takes the gift, and for me, it's not good enough. I love Ange, and I love the attacking football, and I love the way we're going about our business. But something needs to be tweaked within this system to shut teams out. It's as simple as that. We will not be able to challenge next season for anything with such a leaky defence. And given the defenders that we now have in, Mickey van der Ven, one of the world's best centre-backs of the future, Romero, World Cup winner, Vicario, incredible keeper, Porro, fantastic, Udogie, one of the best left-backs, we need to be doing better in that defence. The fact that it's so easy to get in behind us, and then after that, the next 15 minutes, they've just played their way back into the game completely, and they look more of a threat, closing up that second half than us. It's very frustrating.
Yeah, for me, I think there's an element of complacency. The goal we conceded really stunk of similarity to the goal we conceded in the first couple of minutes against Luton, which is like, we gave the ball away easily, and suddenly I feel like the team were like, oh, it's only Luton, it's only Forest, they won't do anything. This is the Premier League, boys. Like, honestly, if you give that much space to a player like Anthony Elanga down on the right, he's going to pick out a pass, and he picks out a pass, and it's like one-on-one in the middle, because Bissouma's not working his nuts off to work back, which, again, he didn't, by the way, for the Luton goal either. It's all well and good being good on the ball, Bissouma, but you've got to be a 6 as well. You've actually, especially if you're playing in a team who've got 2 inverted fullbacks, you've got to be a 6, and you've got to have a nose even, for sniffing out where there's danger. Anyway, we've got a super chat from Joshua Bonner. Thank you, mate. It says, couple of good passes in the middle and we open them up. Need the midfield to help offer inside passes so we can get up the pitch. Fullbacks are off today. You think Destiny and Pedro are off today?
It's not been their best game. I can't say I've seen much coming from those two, but it hasn't been their worst game either. For me, it's just we're too easy to play against when it comes to that back. We need to be doing more. If there's a tactical shift that needs to be done, if it's Romero moving to that 6 and put Dragusin in, I don't know what it is exactly in terms of the tactics, but we need to be more solid at the back. That's what I know. Because if you have a lead, you need to cherish it, try and build on it, not say, oh, it's all right if they score, we'll go and score another one.
Yeah, you called for a potential 3 at the back in the last game as well, actually. There's a lot of stick coming in here for James Maddison.
Bit harsh, I think.
Yeah, Patrick's saying Maddison needs to be playing higher, no dropping. To be honest, though, Madders is there's no space, but also Madders is one of the only players kind of almost like willing to get on the ball and try and make something happen. But I'm not suggesting he's had his best game. Benny Banks says Maddison terrible, giving the ball away. Hi, Gaidu says, why are Udogie not tracking back? That's not the system's problem. And I did see one person, sorry, I can't find now, but just saying stop whining. Well, what I'd say to that is, I don't know which football team you support, but when you start playing really well and you've got a team on the ropes, and then you kind of not inadvertently, but almost comically allow them back into it and to get their confidence up. The key is, you're at home, you've got 60,000 behind you, you've scored an early goal. You've got everything going for you. Don't then allow them to get back in. And it's not that it's just this game. It's familiar patterns. And you said it, Amir, actually. You know, this is the first year and it's a project and whatever. I get it. And it's all about kind of drumming into the team, how to play on the front foot, etc., etc.
Sure.
But if we give that much space going backwards next season, you know, the same things will happen.
Do you think we can compete in a Champions League or Europa League with that kind of defence?
Well, the Champions League against the big teams
will
be interesting. But one thing I'd say as a caveat is when we play the bigger teams, it's not like this. Everybody, because there's no complacency. Everyone is 100% working backwards and forwards because we're the underdogs.
So what is it then? I can't explain this complacency.
Well, it's like I said. It's like, oh, it's Fulham. It's Luton. They won't score.
Do you know what? They all need their heads checked. They all need to go see Richarlison's
therapist.
Yeah, because if that's the case, and that's what it is, that these teams are lesser teams and all, there's no easy games in the Premier League. None.
Of course not. We saw that at Villa Park yesterday against Brentford. We've got a number of Villa fans in our DMs at the moment.
If you fall asleep for 5 minutes, you can concede 3 goals. That's how clinical.
And arguably, we could have conceded 3 goals.
Easily. We could have also scored 3 goals if we were clinical.
Brian Maguire, sorry to interrupt him here. Brian Maguire says Sarr has been quiet. Now, I would say in a game like this, I would like Bentancur on the pitch. I thought he played really well on the half turn against West Ham. I think he offers a measure of control. I saw someone suggest maybe he took another, I do remember he took another bang on the foot. Maybe there's a little injury there. Otherwise, I'm not quite sure why he's because Sarr, who I love as a player, by the way, again, I think he's better in games where there's real space to be had to run into those gaps, whereas they're pretty deep and playing on the transition. So I'd have Bentancur on.
Do you know what? I would like to see Bentancur and Sarr in that midfield. I'd take Basuma off. I actually think that he's not having one of the best of his games. And for me, him not tracking back there is huge for the goal. You know, that's his job. If he's in that position, breaking up the play, if he's in that 6, I know Ange doesn't like to see them as 6, 8s and 10s and all that. But if he's in that position, in behind the defence, breaking things up, that's what I want to see him doing. You know, his position is not to be at the edge of the box, attempting to score goals. I'd rather Maddison taking those shots than Basuma.
Yes, that's true. Ethan Zhang, thank you for writing in, says Alanga and Williams get the 1-2 every single time. Whenever someone gets beat, they stop running. It's totally true. It's so easy.
It's true.
They play it one, the first ball to each other, they run on, and we all just stop. It's not good, I have to say. Troy Davidson says Biss is not bad today. I'd say he's not been bad on the ball, but off the ball, he has not been working hard enough personally.
For me, he hasn't done it today. He's not been good enough.
A lot of people actually saying that Pat Matasar is fasting at the moment down to Ramadan, due to Ramadan.
It could be.
I mean, that's got to be something to think about before the game, you know?
I mean, it definitely does affect, but they can still have something before sunrise and after sunset. So, yeah, I'd imagine he knows how to do that physically, you know, with how he's going about things. I just think for Sarr, you know, he's not having one of his best games, but I don't think any of that front 4 or 5 are. None of them have been, you know, clinical with their passing, with their finishing. Sonny's let the ball come hit off his shins a little bit, not taking the ball in as well as he can. Maddison's been a bit off with his passing.
Yeah.
Johnson as well, when he got into a couple of good positions, he kind of, you know, didn't know if he was going to cross or shoot, ended up doing neither. Werner's had a couple of good moments, but we've seen him fluff a decent opportunity.
Charles Preston says replace all 3 midfielders, Højbjerg, Bentancur and Lo Celso on. Alexander Rydgren, says we need Kulusevski.
It's a good shout.
Would you bring him on to kind of just hold up the ball a little bit more?
I would actually bring Kulu on.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess if we're looking for some positivity, Spurs have been in this situation over and over again this season and have mostly found ways. The game we didn't find ways was Wolves, of course, and then earlier against Villa and West Ham at home.
And we have a lot on the bench, right? You've got your players like Bentancur, Lo Celso, Kulusevski. They can come on, they can influence the game. So it's not all doom and gloom, right? But it's about game management. You're looking for your team. You have 90 minutes on a weekend to do your business. That's what you have.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense to do your business for half an hour of the game, then let someone else in for 15 minutes, then come back into the game. It doesn't make sense. You want to try and dominate for the whole time. And for me, this game here, you know, we talked about banana skins. It is a banana skin, this
Of course.
one. So why, if you know it's a banana skin and you're 1-0 ahead, why are you not sitting on their necks trying to go all out, get that second goal? And then, you know, the second half is a completely different story.
Because this is Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, and, you know, this is how it is, unfortunately.
We can never do what City do. Is that what you're telling me, Barnaby? Because
Well,
they went 1-0 down, right?
Yeah.
They went 1-0 down yesterday. You always knew that they were going to win that match.
Look, the slight difference with City is City do have kind of 25 of the highest paid, most expensive players in the
Okay.
history of the game.
Okay,
so
that's
there's a bit of a difference, and they've obviously got all the experience of winning everything. But, you know,
That helps.
but look, the Premier League is the Premier League. Forest are loving this at the moment. We need to start again with a bit of fresh impetus. My worry is if we concede early, this could be a very, very difficult game. If it stays 1-1, then I think we're probably realistically looking at, you know, 75th to 80th minute, as we have been doing in the last few weeks. It's going to be another difficult one.
Can't take it.
I know, it's hard, isn't it? Patrick, we can't buy Werner. He's not the winger we need. Look, I'd say he's probably played 6.5, 7 out of 10. He's got an assist. You know, what are you asking for him to do? You've got to say at this point he's played better than Brennan Johnson.
Yeah, he's been better than Johnson today. I just think the whole Werner debate, it distracts from what we're actually trying to do. You know, whether we get him, whether we don't get him, he's not going to be the be-all and end-all to our summer activity. If we want to be competitive next season and we do want to be challenging for the things that Ange talks about, we're going to need a lot more than Timo Werner in addition to that squad to be challenging. So Timo's just part of the puzzle for me.
The problem I have, and I'm desperate not to say it, but I'm going to have to say it, is clearly Arteta at Arsenal has seen, you know, sure, he's had 4 seasons, so it's very different. But he clearly saw that even from the back end of last year when they were so close, and arguably you could say the reason they didn't get over the line is because Saliba got injured in the last month. But he's like, look, we've got a good defensive record, but we need to be tighter. We need to be tighter. And I just worry with Big Ange. I mean, let's see. Like I've said all season, there's a possibility that he's trying to drum this in terms of being front-footed this season, and then maybe he'll evolve next season. But if not, no one's winning the Premier League without being good at the back and tight at the back.
Nothing. You won't win. It's not just the Premier League. You won't win a cup competition doing that. The way you win cup competitions is by being fantastic in 90 minutes.
And this
not in
yeah.
20, 30 or little segments.
Completely. And all I was going to end up saying was this season, Arsenal just don't even give up chances. Like against Luton, they just didn't even give up a chance. Anyway, we've got a little super chat in here from Chanakawezi. Thank you, mate. Please ignore people talking about you whining. You're just feeling like us. It's disappointing. We keep doing the same things. Yep, look.
It's infuriating.
Of course it is. Of course it's infuriating. And this is just football. Listen, trust me. Arsenal fans, when they're watching, will find things to feel infuriated about. Liverpool fans today will be infuriated because they didn't win at Old Trafford.
Of course.
And we have been told by Ange there will be ups and downs this season. And are there ups and downs? Constantly, right?
Within the game, there are ups and downs.
Are we the finished article? Absolutely not. Anyway, I'm looking, and it seems very much like Rodrigo Bentancur is coming on.
He's the reason, guys. He is the reason.
So you've got to think he'll be coming on for Sarr, I would guess. But they've gone to another advertising break. John Doherty, I think with a little bit of sarcasm, bring back Eric Dyer. Sam Palmer says we never read his super chat. Let's have a look there. I'm going to look for it, Sam. But if it's not there, I can't read it. Super chat's come up in a nice big colour, and I can't see it, I'm afraid, but I'll keep looking. Guys, make sure you press like and make sure you subscribe to We Are Tottenham TV if you're not already. And, of course, we will be here straight after the game for an instant match reaction and then the fan phone-in show. Let's hope we've got something a bit more exciting to talk about then, as the first half is about, second half is about to start.
They're showing this Maddison incident again.
They're showing the Maddison now. Let's hear what...
He's grabbing his shirt. He's pushed him a little bit.
So Jamie Redknapp on Sky is saying that Yates is like that. He tries to get players sent off and wound up. And Kelly Dalglish. Oh, Højbjerg coming on as well. That doesn't surprise me. That to me is about needing an actual 6. Do you know what I mean? So he's bringing on Højbjerg and Bentancur. Whoever it was who wrote in and said change all 3 midfielders, you weren't far off.
Wasn't far off at all.
Spurs are trying to get a bit more control into this game
is
now.
Is it going to be Sarr and Basuma then?
You've got to assume.
Right, yeah, there's Maddison, so he's still on. So, yeah, it looks like Sarr and Basuma have gone off and Højbjerg and Bentancur are coming on.
But you'd also say, if you're Nottingham Forest, you're now going to know there's going to be a little bit less creativity on the half turn, and maybe they might not have as much control as they did in the last 20 minutes, but they will be able to sit in that deep block and still make chances on the transition. This will be interesting.
Listen, I love Rodrigo. Every time he's on the pitch, I think he's just a phenomenal footballer. And I'm hoping that his impact will really have something to say on this game.
Yeah, so Basuma and Sarr are the players who've come off for...
I must say I'm happy with the
Højbjerg.
changes. I'm happy with the changes. I'm happy that Ange has seen that there's an issue there and he's made the adjustments. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the new midfield.
Yeah, for me, I think what it's going to be about is in those transition moments, Højbjerg will be expected to come across and position himself better than Basuma has and work harder back than Basuma has been able to. I have to say, they're showing Ange on the touchline. He does not look best pleased. The fans still in the bars. Can we get an early goal? We've scored a few early goals in second half, but
I wonder what Ange is like on a night out, having a few pints. That would be an interesting...
I imagine he's a really lovely bloke.
I reckon so.
Spurs with the kickoff. Sonny going to play it back to Højbjerg.
I tell you what, if Ange is the one that brings success back to Spurs, I'm sure he'll get as many pints as possible from all the Spurs fan base because he'll be loved forever.
What is success for you, Amir?
Trophies.
What does success mean?
Trophies.
Any
success.
trophy? A Conference League?
That would be a start of success.
Mm-hmm.
Any trophy would be a start of success. A League Cup, an FA Cup, obviously a Premier League, a Champions League, a Europa League. Anything along those lines, to me, is success. Anything below that is not success. Get into a League Cup final is not success. Get into a Europa League final, for me, would not be success.
Okay, so just playing devil's advocate. So if you look at West Ham,
Yep.
Conference League winners,
Yep.
they're desperate. Seventh in the league,
Yep.
pushing on sixth. They're desperate for their club to sack their manager,
They are.
right? They love chanting about how they're European champions, but they're also like, we don't think that's success. I mean, they think it's success that they've won a trophy, but they're not happy enough with it. We're in down the left here, actually. Madders, and it's a corner. I'm just playing devil's advocate because I think if Ange were to win the League Cup, right, and then they went on a bad run of 6 games, he could get sacked. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I actually think Ange is looking, just like Pochettino did, looking for more.
Okay.
Okay, chance here for Højbjerg outside the box. He doesn't shoot. Oh, he does shoot.
Oh,
I'll tell you
it's a
what.
great hit by Højbjerg.
Højbjerg shaped up like he was just going to cross it and then put an absolute stinging drive on it.
Fantastic
It's got a
shot.
deflection and the keeper's had to tip it over.
Fantastic shot. Just nicked off someone's back there, did it?
Yeah. He got so much more pace on that than I expected.
So yeah, I hear West Ham's frustrations, right? And I'd be right with them if I was a West Ham fan. I'd be really moaning about the style of play and Moyes' tactics. However, those tactics have got them to where they are in the league and have won them a Conference League, and that for me is success. So if anyone, would like to argue with me about that and ask if West Ham are a successful club, I'll go out and say, yeah, they are a successful club. They've won something.
Spurs in down the right here with Johnson. They've got a defender coming across. Oh, and Johnson
Corner
wasn't
ball.
strong enough.
Goal kick.
Yeah.
Unlucky.
Yeah, look, I know what you mean. I just, and I'm by no means belittling what it would feel like to win a trophy. I just think, in terms of where the club are going or trying to go as an entirety,
Yeah.
I do feel glad, as I did when we had Pochettino, that they're looking for actually the kind of biggest possible success in the medium to long term, because I just feel like it will be so quick after we won a League Cup or an FA Cup for people just be like, oh, what does that mean? Doesn't mean anything. Chelsea have gone 2-1 up at Sheffield United, and now
I think they'd be missing the whole point of football if they.
No, I know what you mean. Oh, Forest are in.
Can't believe they've missed that.
The flag went up.
Well,
literally
he's been saved.
Chris Wood has missed an absolute sitter again with his head this time, and the offside flag has gone up. And let's see if he is actually offside. Yeah, and he is. I'll tell you what.
Off.
Do you know what? Good defending from Bentancur there. He's the one closest to Wood, and he just stops.
Yeah. Still, though, it's so easy for them, isn't it? It's one ball in, and Wood's on his own for a header.
Oh my God! It's absolutely
it's just too easy.
Nerve shattering.
Come on, Tottenham, you'll go the other way.
Oh dear, you got to laugh sometimes.
But this is also when it comes into the factor of what success, Barnaby, right? You've got to think that if we win a trophy, just a League Cup, let's say, next
Lovely
season,
ball from Højbjerg
next
into
season,
yeah.
that is going to spur us on in all competitions going forward. You've broken. Oh, here we go. Oh, unlucky.
Can I give you a caveat to that?
Sure.
It didn't in 2008. We thought because one day Ramos.
At a different place. We're at a different place.
As a club, sure.
As a club, we're a completely different place. Yeah.
Good cross there from Werner, came all the way to Johnson at the back.
I feel like now what we need is a trophy to spur us on, to give us the confidence to go into other tournaments and become a winning club. You know, you look at City and Liverpool and United, how serious have they taken this League Cup in the last 15 years?
Yeah. It's huge now, yeah.
It's huge. They always want to win it every single time. Yeah. That's where I want to be.
49 minutes gone. Forest have just started a little bit time wasting already. Kind of their keeper taking a long time to take the throw in.
But this is better by Tottenham. We're trying to move the ball a bit quicker.
Oh.
Go on, one more.
Don't lose it though.
That's it.
It's not it. It's not it. It's a nice idea from Pierre, but it's been picked off. And Forest have a lot of men forward, but Porro's done beautifully there. And
go on, Johnson, win that. Oh, unlucky.
Yeah, Højbjerg is. I've really noticed this actually in the last few months. When he does get his chance on the pitch, he's a lot more brave on the ball, playing balls between the lines.
Yeah, I like Pierre. I've always been a fan of Pierre's. I think he's a really handy player.
I don't think he's desperate to stay with the amount of minutes he's getting.
No, would you? If you're on the bench, you know, he's been a loyal servant for us 4 or 5 years.
I actually think that's another example of where the differences between these kind of clubs like us fighting for the top 4 and those big clubs, where actually at those big clubs every player is happy to play whatever role they're given. You know, Man City, Grealish doesn't even get on the pitch, but he's not desperate to leave. I mean, I guess 300 grand a week helps. Long throw, flicked on, chance again.
We're just holding on to this.
Yeah, but Vicario throws it out to Werner. He's got to open his legs here. Cut across him. Gibbs White has done beautifully there, I have to say. He's quicker than you think.
He released the turbo jets, but he couldn't get away from Gibbs White.
What I thought he might do is try and cut across him. Anyway, Maddison plays it into Son.
Oh, foul, ref.
No, it's not. That's where Son is not good, holding it up like that. I'm sorry, I love him as a player, but he's not good enough with his back to goal. And this was from the long throw. It's an easy flick on at the front post, and Chris Wood has got an easy chance, but he has to put all the pace on it himself, and that's why it doesn't beat Vicario. Just lightweight Spurs at the moment. But anyway, we're getting on the ball again. Now with Romero. Gets it out to Brennan. Nice ball inside to Rodrigo, who goes to Porro. Can he get it across the front? Cuts back, and Madders just falls on the floor, which is embarrassing. Bad clearance from Forest. We got it back again. Johnson, Bentancur once again out wide to Porro. I'll tell you what, Madders got in his way a bit there, and that's going to be a corner.
Better from Tottenham now.
Madders just.
I mean, that's a push though, really. I can see what Madders is complaining about now.
No. I didn't know much about Yates, but he's anyway. We've taken the corner quickly. Maddison gets it back out to Porro, who lovely ball into Johnson. Look, they're all looking for the perfect goal here. Van der Ven!
Yes! What a goal!
Top corner from Mickey van der Ven, giving it some DJing celebration as well.
Oh, Mickey,
So I was complaining there because it got caught under Son's feet again on the 18-yard line. They play it across one more to Van der Ven, who hits it with the instep, top of the net, roof of the net. Beautiful goal.
Listen, Mickey van der Ven has just shown all the midfielders, all the strikers, all our wingers, how you strike a ball. Thank you, Mickey. Thank you. What a finish.
So it's a short corner again. Johnson does well. Sonny holds the play up and gives it to Van der Ven. One touch, bang. No chance, keeps.
He was like, Johnson doesn't want to shoot. Son doesn't want to shoot.
No, it gets caught in between under his legs. Look, and there's a man right in front of him. It worked out well in the end, but that is just a banging finish.
That's an unbelievable finish.
Mickey has gone nuclear.
Unbelievable finish.
Now Spurs.
That is a rocket of a left foot. What a
Control
shot.
the game now, Tottenham. Control the game.
That's his second goal for us, isn't it, this
Sign
season?
him up. Sign him up. Just give him an 8-year deal. Do a Bowley.
I remember us on the last channel, on the last stream, we were talking about Maldini-esque That was almost Ibrahimovic-esque, that finish. Bloody hell.
It
Mickey
was.
van de Ven. Where did that come from?
And one thing you've got to
What
say
a
about Spurs
rocket.
today is that they have taken more shots from the edge of the box.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you see the video about the training session, the shooting training session?
No, I didn't, no.
Oh, wow. Great clip. You should see that. They were all popping them in for fun from the edge of the box. So I'm not surprised to see us shooting a lot more this time.
That is Mickey van de Ven's second goal of the season. His first was away at Luton in the 1-0 win where Bissouma got sent off and we managed to win with 10 men.
We held on, didn't we?
Okay, 2-1. 53 minutes
Tottenham,
gone. And Spurs have got the press back on a little bit more purposefully now.
And I must say as well, in Ange's credit, right, those subs really influenced the game. They really influenced the game. They got us pushing up.
They
in
have
the
so
middle.
far. But what I would say is quite often we've made subs that have looked good and well, not just subs, but we've looked good and then we've dropped off.
True.
The consistency is what we need now.
True.
In this remaining 45 minutes.
Let's
Can we
see.
can we manage a consistent positivity in this game?
It's foot on your neck time, isn't it?
And they're in down the right. And no one's going to stop the cross. No one's going to stop the cross. They're in at the back post. And he's hit it. Adoy has hit it into the side net.
Again, though, too easy. Too easy. And who's closing him down? Nobody. Someone needs to be going to the man.
I mean, simply, if I was Vicario, I would just be mad all the time, giving the ball away a bit easily again. But the fans are at least behind us right now.
If I was Vicario, I'd be coming up with a scheme for all my defenders on how to get them to keep clean sheets.
Yeah, well, I think he's probably hoping the coaches are going to do that. Come on, Spurs. Let's get the ball back and make it hard for them. We've fallen over again. There's a lot of falling over at home when we play, isn't there? I complain about it every week.
Has it been overwatered?
Hudson-Odoi is on the left, and they're in down the left if they want to be. Cuts it back. Forrest getting a bit of momentum and pressure up here. Calling for an offside, but it's not, and it comes back to centre half. I'd still say the player on the pitch who's least been in this game is Sonny at the moment. Oh, and we've given it away easily there. Porro with a bad ball, and then some bad defending. Hudson-Odoi made to look like Pele here, but Romero has just battering rammed his way through. Can he find a good ball here? No, he can't, but we get a bit lucky.
Sonny.
Oh, and that's another bad ball, and Romero's out of position, but he might be in now, and then he's... Might be a yellow card here. And there is a yellow card here.
A yellow. You took him out.
We're kind of lucky to have got the free kick there because, once again, I think we're just trying too hard to make it happen very quickly. But I know it's the game. Oh, it's actually a horrible tackle from Gibbs White.
Terrible tackle. It's a yellow. It's a yellow.
Definitely a yellow. And Nuno doesn't like it.
Yeah.
56 minutes gone. I wouldn't mind us just getting a bit of control of this game. Bring them out.
Or even be smart now. You've got Gibbs White. You've got Yates on a yellow. Get them the second yellow, red card.
Yeah.
Game becomes easier for us. Be a bit smart, Tottenham. Come on. Hold on to the ball now. Control the game.
Romero takes the free kick back to Vicario and gets it back off him. He's going to want an option in midfield. Porro gives it to him. And Højbjerg playing the big diag. And it's a good one, out to Timo. He controls
Timo.
it nicely.
Oh. He's lost out there.
I'll tell you what, we got lucky to get that back there. Oh, Timo, just do it easy, mate. Okay, we're in down the left here now. Madders is going to have to cut in. Needs an option. He's fronted by two players. Oh, he's gone to the byline.
Finish!
Chance!
Finish!
Goal!
Yes!
Porro!
Come on,
Back
Porro!
stick, 3-1.
That's what I'm talking about. The game is not that complicated, lads. Come on!
Another beautiful finish on the volley this time. It's bounced just before him, but it's come up and he's hit it into the roof of the net.
But Barnaby, how many times have we been sat here saying we need to take more shots? You never know what happens on a rebound. You never know what happened. And look, from some simple football, ball comes in again from the wing. We get the rebound and Porro slots it home. It's not that complicated. Madders does really well here. Pulls it back.
Goes to the byline. It's it's just lovely. It's an assist for Bentancur with a header.
It kind of is, isn't it? Do you think he's meant that, Bentancur?
No, I think he's heading it towards goal and it's just skimmed off his...
I don't know. I think he actually means that.
Yeah,
He's looking that way. He's looking that way, Bentancur.
Maybe I'm doing him a disservice.
I think Rodrigo's meant that.
Porro with a little... Don't know what that celebration is, but I like it.
Celebration?
Good lad, Pedro.
Come on, Porro.
Now, as you mentioned in the first half, Amir, Forest have to try and do something different.
Yeah.
So let's control the ball. Let's control the football.
Let's control even
game.
more than that, the game.
Yeah,
let's control
that's
the
exactly
match
what I mean.
now. Yeah,
Exactly
let's
what I mean.
control for the last half an hour.
Oh, so that's Pedro's first goal this season in the Premier League. He did score that winner, obviously, against Burnley. in the FA Cup.
I love Porro. Fantastic footballer.
Oh, he's only going to get better as well.
He's only going to get better. And you know all these defensive frailties that people are pointing out? He's improved so much defensively this season. I think he's been phenomenal.
He has. 58 minutes gone. Spurs 3, Forest 1.
Come on, Tottenham.
I'd love us to get the next goal.
And the one after that.
And the one after that, exactly.
It's
Nice
a lot
stuff
better
from
from
Bentancur there, but
Tottenham.
you don't lose it here, Brennan. And he has, unfortunately. But good touch in from Bentancur there. And they're putting the press on
Go
a
on,
little bit.
James.
They're forcing Forest back. Good stuff from Spurs there, but well played by Morgan Gibbs-White. And a good tackle. That could be a foul there from Bentancur, and it will be, and he'll get booked, I think.
Yeah.
That is retribution
That's
there.
revenge.
That's
Revenge
retribution
for
from
the other
Bentancur
one.
there.
Yeah.
And don't shout at the referee, you idiot.
Yeah, that's revenge from the one earlier, just a couple of minutes ago.
Oh, yeah, it's exactly the same tackle, basically.
Yeah. It's silly. It's silly. It's silly.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's going to be a deep free kick to Forest. They're going to be able to whip it in towards Chris Wood, you'd assume. That's Bentancur's 6th yellow of the season, but he knew what he was doing.
It's all right. He's a feisty Uruguayan, you know.
I don't think Gibbs-White will mind that either. They've both got a little bit of it about them, haven't they?
Yeah, exactly. It's part of the game.
Anyway, this is a dangerous area for Forest. We are not great at defending these, and Gibbs-White is going to whip it in. Spurs keeping their line on the 18-yard line.
Quite a deep line. I'd want us to be even further out than that.
Here it comes. Oh, it's a good ball.
Vicario, you got. He's.
It's well cleared by Romero.
For me,
yes.
Vicario's got to come for that.
Well, I just think with those, and it's easy for me to say, hold on, let me just deal with this. Hudson-Odoi can run at Porro here.
Stop the ball from coming in, lads.
Bentancur helped him nicely
Well
there.
done.
Gibbs-White with another cross. Oh, they're in at the back. And this is going to be Vicario's. Oh, and it comes off the bar in the end, but for a goal kick. I think with those free kicks, you know that he's not going to be able to score from there, right? Yeah. So if Vicario's got his line on the 18-yard line, I think he can be on the penalty spot.
Yeah.
He can start on the penalty spot.
Can.
And what he can say to Gibbs-White there, he's like, if you want to have a dig and try and beat me from there, go for it. But the way that Gibbs-White lines up to take it, he's not going to be able to get enough pace to do that. No. Anyway, something's happening. We're in here down the left.
On.
Destiny Ologi driving central, puts in Son. It's not a great pass.
Madders is there. Oh, Madders was there, Sonny. Great win.
Lovely for Højbjerg.
Madders.
Chance here. Chance for Madders. Oh, just wide, deflected wide.
Unlucky. Madders really wants his goal here. Do you see Bentancur? Not Bentancur.
Højbjerg.
Pierre winning that ball back. What a Viking!
Yeah.
That's what we were missing in the first half.
Yeah.
And that's why I really want to emphasise praise for Ange. He saw the problem, rectified it at half time.
He did, and I think a lot of people in the stadium and maybe Spurs fans would say, wait, why are we bringing on Højbjerg in a game we need to win? But actually, it's about control.
Yes.
And us having more control of this game. Okay, they've taken the corner short again, which I prefer. We're definitely doing much better from these. Bentancur on the ball now. Madders plays it back to Porro, and there's a chance to get it across here.
Well done.
The Viking himself, he's going to have another dig, is he? And he does, and it goes straight down the keeper's throat. But I don't mind that. He's had a dig from 30-odd yards there, and he's working hard to get back.
Is he growing his hair out?
He is growing his hair out. Have you seen in those, you know, that the Spurs social media girl does all these questions as they come in the thing, right? Højbjerg comes in dressed like a genuine granddad. Like, he's nothing like the other players who are, you know, dressing like youth.
Wow, they're
chance here, but
they do think differently over there in Denmark, you know?
They do.
They know how to live good over there.
They just tried to put Hudson-Odoi through down the middle, and Romero turned on a bit of pace and dealt with it. And Højbjerg gets it to Porro. And Forest now are the ones who've stepped off a little bit. And a good ball down the right to Brennan Johnson. Chance. Man on. Good turn from Madders.
One more. You got two players there, Madders.
No, Madders. Okay, he's got it back. Don't lose it. Well done,
Just
Madders.
play it. Simple ball. That's it. Pierre's there. Spreads it out to Mickey.
Yeah.
Mickey all the way out to Turbo.
Going to make him a little run.
Turbo Timo.
Up against Williams.
Bentancur's on the ball.
Lovely stuff from Rodrigo.
Oh,
good cut back. And as ever, Johnson in the middle, but it doesn't get there. But Spurs win it back easily.
Tell you what, Johnson's in all the right places though.
I think Johnson listens to coaching better than anyone else. It's very clear that he does exactly what Ange wants from him.
Yeah.
He's improving all the time.
He really is.
And now Spurs have this measure of control that we've been gagging for this whole game.
Look at all the
Score
space.
update. 2-2 Sheffield United against Chelsea.
Come on.
What is the... I'm not going to say it until that game finishes, but you can't be beating Man United last kick of the game and then not win against Sheffield United. Sonny in a good position. Into Porro. They're playing some good stuff now, Spurs. That's not a good ball from Sonny. He's not at his best game. Well in, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg again.
Yeah, brilliant tackle.
And a huge round of applause from the Spurs fans, and rightly so. I love that. Porro shaping for a dig.
Go on, Johnson.
Oh, that was a nice idea from Brennan, but it doesn't quite make the pass happen. But he's chasing back, Brennan. I like that. And
Brilliant.
Spurs win the ball back again with Mickey van der Ven. And Werner's on. Oh, Mickey. Oh, that's a bad touch from Mickey.
Keep going, Mickey. Come on, Mickey.
Son gets it out wide to Werner. He's going to front him up, go down the line. He's going to win a corner.
Who's there?
For once, Brennan wasn't there. And he's living it himself.
He knows it. He should have gambled.
Great cross from Werner. He's hit a couple of those today.
Oh, and the one time Johnson didn't gamble. Oh, he's killing himself. He knows. He
is livid with himself. Just after I've given him the big one about being the best coached player.
Commentator's curse,
Second half, Spurs 6 shots to Forest 2 and 11 touches in the opposition box compared to Forest 5.
Fantastic play here by Tottenham in the second half. I must say, I was someone who was very, very disappointed coming into that half-time.
Yeah.
But honestly, since we made those changes, looked a different team. We're just controlling.
Oh,
that
Højbjerg
midfield.
with what ends up being a beautiful ball
Great
to a
ball.
doggy who's now opening his legs up a bit, gives it to Werner. And again, he's going to go, lovely little ball into Destiny, to Madders, and it just gets caught under his feet again. Good header from Bentancur. And Pierre, lovely control from Højbjerg, gives it back.
They can't handle us at the moment.
No, they can't.
Spurs.
65 minutes gone. Tottenham playing
all over
great
them.
stuff. Comes out to Brennan Johnson. Into Porro. To Sonny. Back to Porro. Brennan's on again. Gets it. Gives it back to Porro. Some good stuff here. Coming across. Pierre is going to whip it out.
Great ball.
To Werner, who's played a bad ball there, unfortunately. But we're all applauding because it was good stuff.
Very good football. Very good football. We just got to make it pay now. Get that fourth goal.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even mind seeing Scarlett on. I'm telling you for a little bit.
No, not with only 2 in it. Maybe if there's 4 in it, maybe. But they're bringing on Divock Origi and Dominguez. Origi obviously scored the winning second goal in that Champions League final.
The reason I say Scarlett is just so because Sonny there up top, you know, I know he...
Yeah, you can move Sonny to the left.
Yeah, you can move him out to the left and you can put... Scarlett just gives you a bit more of an outlet.
I don't think Scarlett's going to hold it up any better than Sonny at this stage. I don't. I've not seen enough
I'd
in
give
his
him
career
a
yet
shot.
to prove
I'd give
that.
him a shot.
Got to get there, Destiny. Oh, he's made the wrong choice there, Destiny. Chance for Forest here. He takes a long shot and it's wide. That was Neco Williams, I think.
Decent effort.
And Vicario did a classic Jordan Pickford dive when there was no point. Here come the substitutions for Forest, which you've got to think will be aimed at trying to get the next goal and potentially they'll have to come at us a bit more.
This is their last throw of the dice,
Okay,
really,
Chris
isn't
Wood
it?
comes off.
It's been good.
And Morgan Gibbs-White comes off as well.
I think that's more to do with the little niggle he took off Bentancur.
Okay.
He's not moving freely.
Or his
there.
own yellow card, maybe? I don't know.
Maybe his yellow as well. Just doesn't seem to be moving freely there, Gibbs-White.
So they brought on Dominguez and Origi. Origi will offer a different threat. Well, no, I guess a similar kind of threat to Wood in terms of his size.
He's saying he's got injured.
Oh, yeah.
Gibbs-White.
Little hammy, I think.
How
67
old is
minutes
he?
gone.
Is he 22?
Gibbs-White, I think he's
Yeah.
25, 26.
Oh, he's a bit older than
yeah, because
what I
he's been
thought.
he's been on a few loans, hasn't he? Give it to Van der Ven here. Well done, Pierre. Højbjerg taking up some good positions, getting the ball off Romero there. Plays it easy to Bentancur. Good man. And so much space out for
Fantastic
Brennan
ball.
Johnson. And
Come on,
Porro
Johnson.
making him a nice run. Come inside here, Pedro. And he does. Gives it to Bentancur. Gives it back to Porro. Might be offside, but gets the cross in. Yeah, he was offside. It was close, but yeah, it looked offside to me. 68 minutes now. We'll have a little look at some comments quickly. Real Nate 7. He says, Real Nate 7 says, with a super chat, thank you, mate. I would fully take a Conference League because of the momentum it would build. Well, that's what Amir was saying. Fair play. Yeah, I'm not going against that. I'm just kind of more talking about what I think the fan base in general would be like, akin to how Arsenal's fans had been like when they've won like 4 FA Cups in the last decade or so, but it was only when Arteta got them close that they really properly started caring and believing again. That's kind of what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but you see how entitled that lot are.
No, I get it.
You see what I mean?
I get it.
I'll take any trophy that we can get our hands on and build from there. And
Sonny's still working hard, which is good to see. Presses the keeper into a big long diag and win.
Come on, Timo, you got to win that.
He's done well there, Timo.
Well done, Timo.
Oh, turn away, Mickey. Oof, Mickey does well, and Pierre gets it back to Vicario.
And Pierre's just bundled to the ground there.
That should be a booking. Is that Yates? Is that Yates?
It looks like Yates.
Yates,
That's
my God,
gotta be.
I tell you what, if that's anyone else, that's a
It's
booking.
Yates. Look, it is. That's got to be a yellow card. He's not going to give it to him, though, is he?
Look at Højbjerg. He knows what he's doing there.
He knows exactly what he's doing. Being the professional Dane that he is, the Viking.
I would love to keep him at the club.
I'd keep Pierre all day long. I think some of our fans...
Or am I just because he's had a good game today?
No, it's not. He's been one of our most loyal servants, and he's actually been fantastic.
I just think
for
he's
us.
improved in the last couple of months as well. Oh, Brennan Johnson just played with a big hack of a cross. It's going to go straight out for a throw-in.
But you even think back to some of his performances, under Jose. He was brilliant.
Yeah.
You
But
know.
I think more importantly, though, I think he's improved in terms of his ability on the ball in the last couple of months. He's been a lot more forward-thinking and brave.
More progressive, yeah.
Maybe Ange will say to him, Ange should start him against Newcastle based on this, absolutely. And if he doesn't, then I think Højbjerg has every right to be like, well, what's that all about?
Yep.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Romero's just been a bit... Oh, Romero's got himself into all sorts there, but
He's done well, though,
sorted himself
to
out in the
get
end,
it
and
back.
Porro helps him out.
Quickly, Rodrigo, man on.
Needs help. Yeah, it gave Destiny a bit of a dodgy one there, and Yates has won the ball back.
Just been a bit sloppy here in the last couple of minutes,
Yeah,
Tottenham.
agreed. Forest now
Don't
starting to
lose your
pass it through
heads.
midfield. Next goal, all important in this game, as ever in the Premier League. Fans keeping the atmosphere up at the moment, which is good to hear. Well done, Timo. How's your pace then, Timo?
Go on, Timo.
Well, that's a yellow card. Williams with the yellow card there. I thought Timo... I guess he would have got away with him from him if he hadn't held him back.
Did well there, Timo.
Could have carried on, maybe.
Don't mind that, though. That's good game management. Take the yellow card, take the free kick.
And control the
regroup,
game, yeah.
Control the game.
71 minutes. Spurs with a free kick just in the Forest half. Destiny over it. Waiting for someone to give him an option. And Højbjerg pulls Forest out position and it comes across to Romero. Gives it into Pierre. He's getting a lot of time on the ball at the moment.
See how deep Bentancur's playing as well.
I think they're just trying to get near each other to keep the ball a little bit because Madders, Bentancur and Højbjerg all in a little box of 4 there. And Spurs have pulled Forest around. That's not the ball, I don't think. No, it wasn't. Tried to get a doggy in and Forest win it back. And Forest do well to play that out, but good press from Johnson. But now a lot of space down the left for Anya. And yes,
Good ball.
Porro's got to stand up strong here. It's gone in behind him again. Don't foul him. Don't foul him, Pedro. Well done. Stood up well.
Got to win that, though, Tottenham.
Yeah.
Come on.
He has pulled it back for a foul on Hudson-Odoi. Has he? Or has he just done it because he's injured? He's off the pitch.
It'd be an injury,
I think
but
it's
if
a
he's
foul.
off the pitch.
I think he's fouled him after the ball's gone completely unnecessarily. Oh, dear. Porro, it's just naive.
It is, but it's just a tap on the ankle. It's nothing worse. It's
No, but
not,
it's giving them a good chance to get the ball in.
It's petulant. It's petulant. It's a silly challenge, but I'm not too angry with him for it. I think Nottingham have been kicking us a lot this game. And
Yeah, I don't mind. Do it in their half. Don't do it where they get a chance to whip a dangerous ball in.
I understand that.
Okay.
Get your own back on your own terms. Don't let it affect the team. Yeah.
So they have a wide free kick now on the touchline, but basically a good chance to get a good delivery into the box.
Vicario, I want to see you claim this one if it's close to you. Come on.
Here it comes, an in-swinger once again. It's a good ball. Good clearance first ball.
Go on,
Can
Sonny.
Sonny get it down? No, he doesn't. He lets it bounce, which is a shame. Oh, and Werner's got ahead of him. He needs to go and help now, Timo. Timo, go and help. Good
Go on,
block.
Timo's there.
Little touch, Brennan.
Go on, one more. Oh. That's
Lovely.
it.
Give it
One
to
more.
Sonny.
Beautiful play here by Tottenham. Oh, it's fantastic.
Timo's in. Timo's in. And Sonny's... Oh,
Oh, it's a poor ball.
has Timo done his hammy? No, just
no,
stopped.
no.
That was weird. Is it just not a good ball?
Yeah, it wasn't a good ball by you, doggy there.
That's a shame.
But the play there in the middle was unbelievable by Tottenham. The way we moved through the quarters.
Oh, Mickey tried to find Madders, who was a bit on his heels there. And that's going to be a foul. Højbjerg fouled centre midfielder Dominguez there. It's a good foul to take, that one from Højbjerg. 75 minutes gone. I just want to keep the ball for a bit. But anyway, Hudson-Odoi on the left now. Bentancur putting the press on. Don't mind that at all. And Sonny working hard as well. And then Maddison and Werner, you've got to go with your man as well. Just a little slow to get there, Timo. Is he fatigued?
It's a good press, though. It's a good press.
They kicked it off.
We've done well there. We've done really
Okay,
well.
so Gio is coming on and Decky. So I would imagine that would be for Werner and Madders. Don't you
Or
think?
Johnson and Madders.
I think it'll be Werner. He looked a bit tired
do
there
you
to me.
reckon?
Yeah, I do.
I think he's had a better game than Johnson, though.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see.
Overall.
Oh, good turn from Madders.
Play
He used his body
Madders.
on Yates there.
Oh,
and then
he's tried to meg him. He's
Yeah,
being a
it's-
bit silly there, Madders.
Yeah.
You know, you've got Werner on your left. Just knock it
that
out
looked to
wide.
me like signs of a man who knows he's about to come off trying to nutmeg someone just before.
Definitely.
Oh, tell you what, keeper's taking a chance there, but it's a good ball in the end. And they're in, but it's going to go off, I'm sure. Yeah, good positioning from Romero. So, 75 minutes gone. Spurs making a couple of changes here. So, Gio coming on for Timo and Madders coming off for Decky. So, will that be Madders, Decky playing in the 10?
Yep. I'd say so.
Timo's getting a good ovation.
Fair play to him. Should be.
Yeah, I think he's had a good game. Madders definitely not still at top form. Still not at top form, but he's done okay.
Yeah, it's not one of his standout performances, but he's played well today.
I think the thing with Madders is other teams concentrate on him so much that it opens up space elsewhere.
For others, it does. And also, when you have such expectations of players because of their level, right? When they don't hit that and they have an average game or a below par game, you really feel it.
Yeah.
You know, when Sonny today, it's not one of his best games. He hasn't scored or gotten the assist. You know, but it's not one of his. He's not been terrible. It just hasn't been one of his best games. That's all. Been a bit below par.
Okay, Forest ball with the back in the. It's going to go back to the keeper, I think. Or Bentancur putting a big old press on.
Chasing him down.
He
Well
has
done,
always been an
Rodrigo.
elite presser, and the fans love it. And the keepers had kicked it out as a result.
Again.
That's a good sign for Bentancur. Hopefully his foot's really healed up now.
That, for me, is the Ange system. Pressing in the 78th minute.
To be fair, Bentancur used to press when he was told not to by like Conte, basically,
Yeah.
a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So it's always been a big part of his game. Oh, nice from Pierre there.
Ah, he loves a challenge, doesn't he, as well, Rodrigo?
Stop showing me the subs bench and show me what's happening on the pitch. Okay, comes back out to Van der Ven. Gio coming deep to try and get on the ball. Nice stuff down the left. And Gio's made a nice run for him there. Ooh. Højbjerg, is he going to find Gio? Does.
Go on.
Who puts in Destiny. Can you turn the afterburners on, get there first? Yeah, he can. And who's helping him? Decky, is it?
Go on, play him. Oh,
He's cut
too
back.
late.
Don't mind that. He's found Sonny. There's chance here if he can open it. Oh, Sonny.
Sonny's gone for
He's
the
tried
mug
to
there.
pass it through his legs. And Spurs have won a free kick on the edge of the box there. I think with his follow through. That'll be interesting to see on a thing because that looks sore for Gio.
Looks bad.
Yeah, it was on the follow through from a pass. The game is gone, I'm telling you that. Well, that's a
just
red
like-
card.
That's a red card. That's
That's
just
going to be
like
a red
Romero's.
card. If you go on the if you go with the consistency of the
That's a red
Basuma one,
card. That's a red card.
that's a red card.
That has to be a red.
Danilo it is.
But no,
But-
they won't get a red for it. They
Really?
won't. They won't.
But the consistency of this season, that's exactly how the
Yeah,
Liverpool player got a
but
red card
they
against
won't.
us.
I can see it. It's not. You won't get a red card for that, even though it should be. Should be a red card all
Here we
day.
go. Yeah, the ref's
Dangerous.
going to the monitor. It's going to be
No,
red.
It's got to be red. It's got to be. He's gone over the ball and he's just basically hit him where? Around the knee, I'd say.
No, the VAR have confirmed it. Yellow.
It's a yellow. Yeah, there you go. That's what I thought. They won't.
Okay, Madders has just come off the pitch. He'll be livid because this is a big chance. Wait, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg is standing over this free kick.
Come on, Pierre.
Wait, don't tell me we've had an absolute demon at free kicks all this time and it's Højbjerg.
Maybe we have.
He's pulled rank here. Surely Porro should be taking this.
Come on,
well,
Pierre.
Pierre has had a great game, so I don't mind it.
Come on, Pierre.
I don't mind it. Come on, Pierre. You know you'd score this for Denmark. Just make him make a save. Come on, the Viking. No, it's hit the wall. It's going to be a corner. 3-1. 78 minutes. I would have liked that to be a red card just to relax the rest of the game, but...
Even that wouldn't help you relax, Barnaby.
I just don't like the consistency of it.
No, there's no consistency.
There is no consistency. If red cards have been given for that this season, then that has to be a red card.
Has to be a red card.
Your job as the defender is to make sure you don't do that.
See, I'll be honest with you. I didn't think the Romero one earlier in the season was a red. I just thought that,
against Chelsea.
Yeah, he followed through. He tapped his shin. It wasn't a red card for me.
Oh, that's a poor corner. Really poor, straight into the keeper's arms. I would stick to the short corners, Spurs, to be honest. Sonny does well to block the keeper from getting it out quickly. Let's just keep the ball a bit here, Spurs. Come on.
Oh, win that.
Oh, Gio, as ever, always on the floor, but that's okay. And William's complaining, and he can't because he's been booked. I think the ref's pretty keen not to send anyone off here. And maybe Nuno is making a couple more changes to bring off players on bookings.
It's just got a bit niggly. And
yeah, Yates is coming off, and he was on a booking.
Yeah, he should have been sent off as well. They've had 2 players that could have been sent off.
10 minutes to go.
And yeah,
they've taken off the guy, the 2 players on bookings there. Maybe some smart management from Nuno.
Very.
Oh. Reina. Claudio Reina's son, apparently.
Pepe Reina.
Pepe Reina? Oh, is that who it's likely to be? Yeah, maybe it is. Sorry.
Maybe.
Wasn't Claudio Reina like an American player, no?
Yeah.
Or is he still playing? I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's more likely Pepe Reina. Sorry, guys, at home, I don't know much about Forest. Bentancur. And we're going all the way back, and Forest putting the big press on here. Get rid of it, Vic. Oh, terrible ball from Pierre. I've given him the absolute love all game. Have we got... No, just get rid of it. Get rid of it.
Oh, my days, Rodrigo.
Get rid of it.
What has he done there? Right, and he's still going. Oh.
No, he's mugged himself off there.
Oh.
Bentancur trying to dribble all the way through.
He did in the penalty box. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
We're taking risks here.
That was an unnecessary risk there.
We've lost our heads a little
bit
in the last few minutes.
Forest getting a bit of momentum from that, bit of confidence from the fact that we
Come on, Tottenham, it's
played
not
some
over
mad
yet.
football across our back four there. Forest just on the ball a little bit in this last few minutes. Since the subs, I guess you could argue. And they're in down the right. Destiny, use your strength here. Just use your strength.
Well done.
That's it. And he has. And he's going to win it. Oh, the ref's not given a foul. The ref's not given a foul. And Van der Ven stood up really well. And Destiny has found Decky. Maybe his first touch here, Decky Kulusevski. Please don't... Oh, he's done well.
Done really well. Oh, and then we've played it out.
Pierre's just kicked it straight out. A weird couple of minutes after we've been giving Pierre a lot of praise.
The curse is real.
Oh, Forrest, nice. Chance here. He's taking a shot. Should be all right. Yeah, straight into Vicario's hands. Didn't get enough on it. And Pierre just getting a bit ahead of himself, I think.
Bit of a shot to nothing there.
But I think Vicario should just kick it here. I know that's what Ant wants him to do, but I think to give it to him on his left foot and ask him to play it across his own goal. Oh, Sonny's in. Doesn't quite make it. Keeper does well. Well done, Porro. Oh, Pedro Porro. That will be memed. A little pirouette on the ball. Keeps it.
Big Vic just calming things down here.
82 minutes gone.
Romero on the ball.
Gio comes to get it off him. Loves to put his foot on the ball, Gio. I don't mind that at all. Must be an Argentinian thing, because Lamela used to love it as well.
Gio's a very handy player if he could only stay fit.
Yeah. But you can see why he doesn't, because he slides everywhere and he takes the ball on the half turn so much and players just plough through him. Anyway, we've got it to the right-hand flank here. Pedro and Brennan. Brennan running at them. He's going to give it to Pedro. Oh, and It's a nice ball, and Brennan deals with it quite well there. There's a chance to give it to Gio. Nice. There's one more for...
One more.
Yeah, waits for the right ball. This is what I would be tempted to do the rest of the game now. Just make them win it off us.
There's no reason not to. Play it around, keep it simple, look for the space.
Yeah.
And if there's an opportunity, let's get the fourth.
Yeah.
There's no need to go, gun ho now.
And Van der Ven finds Decky in loads of space. Decky actually playing on the left here. And Destiny Doggy's made a lovely run for him. And he's gone for the reply. Decky doesn't quite get there. It was a lovely idea.
Nearly.
And Pierre wins it back for us straight away again and just does the right thing, which I'm glad about. But now he's in a little bit of space, bit of trouble down the left. Does well with it. Oh, nice idea.
Unlucky, Pierre. Win it back. Win it back.
Don't see Kulusevski playing on the left that often.
No.
Hudson-Odoi pressed by Porro there.
He's won it back, though. Well
done, Decky. Use your strength.
Oh, win that.
Oh, unlucky. Well done, Spurs. Porro, in the end, was the one who won it back.
Doing really
in
well.
A tight midfield.
Doing really well winning the ball back there in midfield.
Good stuff from Spurs. Turn. Someone just give him a shout to turn. Anyway, we've kept it somehow. Comes out to Johnson.
Off you go, Johnson.
All the time in the world. Decky's near him. Gets away from him.
Sonny's there.
Oh, Johnson. Chance for Son. Doesn't get out of his feet. Oh, hits the post from Son. He saved it.
Unlucky.
Tips it onto the post. He brought it onto his left foot, goes across him, and it's a good save in the end.
It would have been a phenomenal assist for Johnson with that brilliant run. It's a great save.
Oh, it's a brilliant save.
Great save. Come on, Sonny.
Corner to Spurs. I'd like to see us play it short, to be honest. Sonny wants a goal. He bit gutted that one didn't quite creep in.
He looks knackered, doesn't he, Sonny?
He does, yeah.
He's worked very hard for the team, to be fair.
And it goes short. Gio to Pedro. Out to Pierre. Decky's free if he wants him. It goes back to Gio Lo Celso. And this is good from Spurs. Just keeping the ball. Drawing Forest out. Gio gives it back to Pierre. And Van der Ven is making his way back from the box now. I don't mind that. Spurs just keeping the ball. And it goes all the way back to Vic. And there's a big option for Vic to Destiny here. He chooses to go right to Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, who plays the ball back across. And Decky is making his way to give Destiny an option here. Oh, Destiny's given him a horrible there. That's just a little lack of understanding there.
We've just been a bit sloppy since that third went in,
Yeah.
Just been a little
but I don't
sloppy.
mind it when they're just keeping the ball like that at all.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Forest with another substitution here. And it's Williams going off, the right back. Montiel coming on. Don't forget, everyone, a live, immediate post-match reaction show after this from us. And then about 10 minutes after that, there will be a fan call-in show. So you can call in, tell us how you feel about this result. Nice ball from Pierre there. Nice idea from Johnson. Doesn't quite pull it off. Tries to get it out wide to Lo Celso or Kulusevski. 4 minutes to go. 3-1 Tottenham Hotspur. Goals from own goal, Mickey Van der Ven and Pedro Porro.
I was getting flashbacks there. They showed Nuno in the position.
Yeah, looking upset.
Yeah.
Good sliding tackle from Brennan Johnson. Does well. Beautiful. Love that.
Very well done. Very well done by Johnson there. Fighting for the ball. Love to see it.
Romero.
Come on, Spurs. Let's nick another one. Come
Christian's just tried something a bit unnecessary. And Origi, he's on his own.
Mickey's there. Don't worry, Barnaby.
Oh.
Free kick.
Romero's given away a free kick just outside the box. Just Tottenham Hotspur, man. Romero's at fault for all of that. So he gave away he played a ball that he shouldn't have played.
Then gave away.
Then he came back and gave away a free kick, which is 20 yards out. Really good chance for Forest to have a shot on target here.
Yeah.
$87 minutes, and it's the 14. That's Hudson-Odoi standing over, ex-Chelsea player. This is his kind of shape here. He'll go over the wall, I would have thought. Or if he goes the other way, like Eza did, then Vicario against Eza, he took a step. It's actually in pretty much exactly... The Eza one was a bit closer. A bit further right. Hudson-Odoi, it's over the bar. Don't mind that.
Yep. Wasted by Hudson-Odoi there.
But that's just naive from Spurs. They're bringing on Dane Scarlett now.
Scarlett,
Last couple
this
of
is
minutes
what I wanted to see.
for Brennan Johnson.
Come on, Scarlett.
So you'd have to think Decky will come to the right, Son to the left, would you think?
Yeah.
And Scarlett down the
top,
middle.
Yeah.
Johnson getting a good ovation as well. He didn't have his best game, but he worked hard, tirelessly.
Worked very hard.
And Forest fans giving him applause too. That's nice to see.
That's lovely to see.
I believe both him and his dad played for Forest. Good lad.
No, and you know what? They got a lot of money for him as well, right? It's not like that we got him at a bargain basement price. They can really build off what we paid for him.
And this is apparently Dane Scarlett's 50th league appearance.
Yeah, he's been knocking around for 3.
He's had a few loans. Yeah. Vicario plays it up long, and Scarlett wins the header nicely there.
And if
but he's actually has he elbowed him in the face?
Maybe.
He's just his first bit of play. He's armed the Forest player in the face. 89th minute now.
That's fine.
I don't mind that. Show that you're up for it.
And if you do remember, Jose said about Scarlett that he's going to be one of the best strikers.
Yeah, he did like that. Alan Smith has given Mickey van der Ven player of the match. He's ranked first for successful passes, duels won, tackles, and obviously equally goals because he got a goal. Well done,
that's fair.
Bentancur there. Nice stuff. Not well done though, Pierre Højbjerg. He loses it, unfortunately.
Go on, Scarlett.
Scarlett is hustling well.
Win that, you
Right.
doggy.
Just don't foul him. Okay, so into the 90th minute now. Let's see how long they give. I would say 5, maybe 4.
Come on, who's hungry? Who wants the 4th? Come on.
Pierre does beautifully there. Oh my.
That was so risky, but it was okay. It's worked out.
He did beautifully. Chested it down and then passed it back to Vicario. There wasn't a lot on it though.
It was an inch perfect pass, you could say.
Anyway, went down left. He's found 6 minutes. Oh, what a terrible ball to Gio there. Sometimes, Spurs, just keep your foot on the ball. It's only 2 in it. You don't want to be conceding the next goal.
Yeah, just cut to Mr. Daniel Levy, our chairman.
Alongside, with a staircase between them, the Greek Nottingham Forest chairman. Oh, Bentancur's given away a foul there. I didn't think that was. I thought he got the ball. He's got to be careful, obviously, because he's on a booking.
Yeah, that's the familiar Nuno pose. Hands crossed.
I'd like us to just get on the ball for the last 5 minutes. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, Forest have the ball, and they've played... Oh, tell you what. He played a lovely ball through to their 43 there. He just wasn't looking. Romero gets it now. There, he's a bit tight down the sidelines. Plays it in the channel there. Don't mind that at all. And he gets a good foul there. Is that Scarlett? Well done, Dane Scarlett there. Important foul there that he won. Coming to get the ball with his back to goal. It gets a little nudge and goes down. That's a big thing. Well done, Dane. Just give it easy here, Pierre. Don't do anything mental. Just keep the ball. Sonny's
As you said
wide.
that, he went to knock it out.
Sonny's desperate to score. I get it. But it's like, let's just keep the football. Mickey goes back to the keeper. He's a bit more like me in mind. Bentancur gives him the option, Vicario, and instead he goes to his left foot and plays an interesting ball into Destiny, who might lose it here. Mickey. Yeah, we've lost it. Oh, and we've won the foul. That's good.
It was a foul.
I see what we're trying to do, because if we break that press, we're in.
We're in.
But it is scary. But that's Angeball. 92 minutes. 3-1. 4 minutes to go of the 96. Gio plays it out wide.
Quick. 1-2 touch. Again, that's it.
Is it? Not quite.
No, not quite.
And we've lost it in central midfield, and Forest get a chance to come forward.
Just a bit sloppy here by Spurs.
It
a little
is.
bit sloppy.
Sonny working well there, though, to get back in position. Forest with the ball. They're just probing. And we should win the ball there. No, a bit unlucky. Oh, Decky does well. That'll be a foul, I would have thought. No, but we've given it away already. That's a foul to us, maybe. Oh, interesting chip ball there. And does well.
Go on, Pierre.
Nice. Gio. Lovely. Can you give it to Scarlett here?
Just go.
No, Decky's not quick enough. Scarlett's not quick enough. But now's the run from Pierre. Oh, terrible ball from Decky.
Oh, Decky. That's a position where you should be scoring the 4th.
Yeah, and now Forest have a chance.
We had runners up. We had 3-4 runners.
I think he wanted to play Scarlett in, and Scarlett didn't quite have the pace to make that. If it was Johnson, I think Decky would have tried to play the ball across.
But even, I'm looking for Decky there. If you're not going to play that ball into Scarlett, just wait. Just hold the ball up and wait for your runners.
Oh, Spurs, why are you giving the ball away so much? Unlucky. 3 minutes left. Comes out to Hudson-Odoi on the left. I wouldn't mind someone coming to help Porro here. Look at that. That's too easy. Hudson-Odoi not a good cross, but they've got it at the back again. It was good play from Hudson-Odoi. Don't foul him here, Destiny.
Stand him up. Stand him up.
Who's looking at the 21 at the back, Porro? It's going to come to Hudson-Odoi again here. Help him here, Decky. Help him. It's going to be a crossing chance here. Keeper. Van der Ven clears it at the back. Sonny holds it up nicely here.
Well done, Sonny.
That's good.
Well
and
done.
Bentancur. Just find an easy ball here, Rodrigo. Yeah, he's right. He's called for Decky to come short.
And again.
Don't mind that. That's going to take some time. Only 1 minute left now for Spurs. Don't forget, once again, guys, we'll be doing an instant match reaction after this game, followed by the fan call-in show. Make sure you press like on this video. Do subscribe to We Are Tottenham TV and drop me a little subscribe for some daily Spurs content. My handle at @BarnabySlater_ is in the title section of this video. Don't lose it there, Decky, and he has, unfortunately. Forest again. Spurs still keeping the highish line. In the end, you just have to say, this has been a professional second half performance from Spurs. Chance to put him in.
Go on.
Decky's in.
On you go,
Sonny
Decky.
could get in at the far post here. If he stays, he's offside. He's miles offside.
Oh.
Son was miles offside
We've had
anyway.
chances to get the fourth.
Yeah, we have. We have.
Come on, Decky.
It's a corner to Spurs. Just a minute and 10 seconds to go. You'd like to think we've done the job here now.
Look, Angie's saying we still got to move the ball quicker. Come on.
It has been a good second half from Spurs.
Yeah, he's going to be a happy bunny as well, Ange. His changes really made an impact in that second half.
Yeah. Spurs take the throw in, the corner, quickly again. Gio. Decky to Gio. Might have a dig here, Gio. Does. It's over the bar.
It's all right.
Yeah.
He's had a go.
Yeah, 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, we're just really waiting for the whistle here. About 20 seconds to go.
Yeah, Forest haven't really offered much second half, really, you'd have to say. Spurs tightened it up with Højbjerg and Lo Celso coming on. Well, it was Højbjerg and Bentancur coming on, and Forest haven't really been able to deal with it. So we're just playing out the last few seconds, as Amir said. Hopefully we can just keep it as it is, as they drive down the middle here, Forest.
Chance here.
Origi's going to have a dig, I would have thought. He is going to have a dig.
Here.
And that'll be it, I would have thought.
Ends up in Vicario's hands.
And that is the full-time whistle. Tottenham Hotspur win 3-1 against Nuno Espirito Santo's Nottingham Forest. Stick with us. We'll be giving our live post-match instant reaction in a second. Hi guys, welcome back to We Are Tottenham TV. Tottenham have just beaten Nottingham Forest, a spirited Nottingham Forest, 3-1 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. In the end, it was a game of, I'd say, 1 3/4 halves. We started the game well, first 15 minutes, got the lead through an own goal, well set up by Timo Werner, and then just kind of, I don't know, relaxed back on our laurels a little bit, let Forest back in, gave them confidence, gave them momentum, they got an equaliser, and by the end of the first half, you'd say Forest maybe deserved to be in the lead. However, Big Ange did what Big Ange does, made early changes at half-time, brought on Pierre-Emile Højbjerg and Rodrigo Bentancur, and Forest didn't really get a kick after that. I'm here with Amir. We watched it together. Amir, what is your kind of overall first thought on that result?
I'm really happy. I'm really, really happy with the way the second half went. The changes that Ange made were, like you said, perfect. They were, midfield, we weren't exactly controlling the game. Bissouma and Sarr didn't look, that solid in there. As soon as Højbjerg and Bentancur came into that middle, we started to really function and we started to run things in that midfield. It had to come from a Mickey van der Ven thunderbolt, but the second we got in our noses in front, it only looked like Tottenham were going to win that game. So thanks to Mickey's thunderbolt, we went 2-1 up, and then Porro did the rest, got the third for us. I'm delighted with the win. And I just think that this is a huge building block. You know, we were speaking before the game about this being a potential banana skin, and it really was one for me. And at some point, you know, after that first half, I thought, here we go again.
Yeah.
So this for me is huge that we've won this. Big 3 points, big building block going into that 4th place runoff for the Champions League. And yeah, I'm really happy with that one.
Yeah, and of course that does take us into 4th place now with a game in hand over Aston Villa, and we've got a good goal difference there as well compared to them. So we go to Newcastle next away. They've got a lot of injuries at the moment, but they do look good with the likes of Harvey Barnes and Isak up front. But they've got a lot of defensive injuries. We'll definitely make chances. Anyway, we'll get on to that. Let's go back to the start of this game, I think. Timo Werner was responsible for us breaking the deadlock today, as he does time and time again today. I'd say on at least 3 or 4 occasions he got to the byline and got good crosses in. There were, I should say, devil's advocate, there were times he got to the byline and didn't play a good cross in, but that's what you'd expect from any wing player. And it was totally his work that got that own goal that put us 1-0 ahead.
Yeah, it's basically his an assist without an assist.
Yeah.
He did all the work for it, and he did it again and again, Timo. He comes in for a lot of stick for his, you know, missed opportunities and stuff like that, and I can understand why people get frustrated. I get frustrated when someone misses an easy opportunity. But having said all that, he really does put on a great shift on the left there. He creates havoc. He takes his man on. And when he does put in a fantastic ball like that, all you have to do is get on the end of it and you're going to get a goal. So for me, Werner, really, really good display today.
Yeah, and even in the first half, there was another almost identical moment where Werner did it, got it across, and Brennan Johnson made that trademark Brennan Johnson. No, I'm talking about the one he did. Trademark Brennan Johnson run, got a good finish on it, and the keeper's just kind of spread himself, and it's hit him. Very lucky. And then, as you mentioned, I think in the second half, a similar one, and Johnson that time didn't gamble and was livid with him.
Yeah.
So that was the 16th minute where we went 1-0 up. 27th minute, we just gave Anthony Elanga the freedom of Tottenham down the right-hand side, and he was easily able to pick out Chris Wood in the middle, who slotted it home.
Easy goal.
For us, we mentioned it at the time, but for me, I would say that goal is why Pierre-Emile Højbjerg came on at half-time, because I think Ange has realised that in games like that, we need a more measure of control. And I know he doesn't believe that Højbjerg offers as much going forward, but we need a number 6 who is going to cover us when we let teams in behind our fullbacks. And that's what happened for that equaliser.
I think that role is actually the key to sorting out this system. If you have a number 6 in there who that's his specific role, that's what he does. He breaks up the play. He helps out the defence. That's all he does. I think if we have someone like that, we maybe concede 15 less goals a season. And that's, for me, is where we need to be looking in the summer.
Pierre Højbjerg came on at half-time. I would say there's been some talk this season of like Højbjerg playing much better when he comes on rather than when he starts. Maybe it can be easier for him when he's not feeling the pressure of having to, you know, be the quarterback in that 6 role as well. But that's just a thought. Let us know in the comments what you think about that. Then it was the 52nd minute after we made the half-time changes of Højbjerg and Bentancur, where Mickey van der Ven got the ball given to him by Heung-min Son on the edge of the box, takes a touch onto his left foot and then just laces it, absolutely rifles it into the top bins. And how excited was he to get that goal, Amir?
I'm just delighted for the kid. Honestly, it's a thunderbolt, just a thunderbolt of a left foot. Gone straight into the top corner. You can see what it means to him to get us in the lead. He's fully poised. I don't think everyone quite realises it, but we've got one of the best young centre-backs in the world on our hands here in young Mickey van der Ven. Absolutely stunning. All these arguments, if you remember before, you know, about Tosin or this one or Skriniar or that one.
Yeah.
We went for the right player.
Yeah, we've got the right player. And there was actually a moment in that second half which might go kind of unsaid by the Sky commentators, but Mickey van der Ven just put on the afterburners to put pressure on one of their players, and the fans applauded him, like gave him a standing ovation as if he'd scored a goal himself.
He deserves it.
And he was given man of the match by Alan Smith on Sky, and I would say that he was my man of the match as well. We actually scored 2 goals in 5 minutes at the beginning of that second half. In the 57th minute, Pedro Porro with a beautiful finish at the back stick from a Maddison cross. James Maddison did well to get to the byline on the left, takes a left-footed cross, and Bentancur makes a good run front stick, flicks it on. We don't know whether for sure he was meaning to flick it on, but it comes to Porro. It's bounced once, but it's quite high up,
Half
and he's
volley.
got under it and roof of the net. And we've been calling for Pedro Porro to have more shots, and he did today, and he got his goal.
Yeah, he got his goal, and in general, we took a lot more shots. You saw Bissouma in the first half taking shots. And, you know, for me, that's something I want to see every game. I think we have the ability to beat players and keepers from far away. You know, you even saw Højbjerg in that second half. He took a fantastic shot from outside the box, made the keeper make a save. So it's great to see. Porro's first Premier League goal as well.
Of the season, yeah.
Yeah, really, really fantastic for him. Delighted. And overall, I'm just happy for the team because it really was a team performance today. Everyone played their part. The midfielders that came on off the subs bench really had an influence. Our defenders, I thought, apart from Van de Ven, who was obviously phenomenal, man of the match, Romero was incredible today.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Gave you, a lot of ease there at the back. And even Captain Sonny, although it wasn't a standout performance, classic, his goals that he running past players and banging them in, I think he really worked hard for the team, never stopped running. And we all fought for each other. And I think that's what I'm taking from this performance. It was a real fight to the death. And I'm just delighted that we can go up to Newcastle with good vibes and just go out, see how we do. It's going to be a tough trip up there. But I hope we can come back with something.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to come on to Newcastle. I want to just talk about Rodrigo Bentancur. He came on at half-time. I was surprised before the game and said on this stream I was surprised that he didn't start because I was very impressed with how he played against West Ham. I wonder if there was a little injury niggle, but because as soon as he came on, and Højbjerg as well, but Bentancur just offers us some control in midfield that I just don't feel like Sarr is able to do, particularly in these games against low blocks. Where I do think Sarr is excellent, actually, is in games where the other teams are coming at us and he's able to run into big open spaces and use his engine
Those
to get
long
back and
legs.
forth.
Yeah.
But tell me what your thoughts were on Bentancur's second half performance.
I thought he was fantastic. I thought he came on, got on the ball, managed to spread it well, in the tackle, winning the ball, winning his duels. I think he's such a silky player on the ball. He's just fantastic. And whenever he's out, he's injured, you really miss him there in the middle. So for me, like I said, I want to see a midfield of Sarr, Bentancur and Maddison, just to see what it looks like. And I wouldn't even say no to switching up, a Sarr with even Højbjerg, putting him as a six, seeing that.
I completely agree, and I said it in the stream. It would surprise me massively if Højbjerg didn't start against Newcastle. He had a very important change on the game today, positive change on the game. It's worth talking about how important that 3 points was, considering Aston Villa drew against Brentford at home yesterday, a match they would have been expected to win, and Manchester United in the end only got a point against Liverpool at Old Trafford today in a game where they were leading with only kind of 10 minutes or so to go. Spurs now, I think, go 11 points, is it?
11
ahead
points.
of Manchester United in that kind of battle for 4th or 5th place. Obviously, Aston Villa are still there or thereabouts, and Spurs do have a difficult run of games, but I've been saying it for a while, and you can absolutely call me on this if it's proven to be completely wrong, but I think Spurs are better against the teams who come at us. And now we're going to have a run of games. Newcastle away. Newcastle's fans will insist that they get on the front foot against us. And yes, I'm worried about Isak. I'm worried about Anthony Gordon. I think Harvey Barnes is a great player. But do I think we'll make chances in behind them?
Loads.
Absolutely.
Loads of chances.
Absolutely. So I think that'll be a high-scoring affair. And then we're talking about Arsenal at home. And for me, I said it to Amir before the start of this game, it's looking more and more to me like we've got to take the responsibility on ourselves to stop Arsenal from winning the league. And that might involve making it the most horrible atmosphere ever in a North London derby at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Let's do it. Let's get them all sent off.
Let's just do whatever it takes. Let's not do what we did against Chelsea, where we got overly pumped and got men sent off. Let's not lose our heads, but in that game. Anyway, that's 2 away. I think the next game, I wanted to, just before we go, talk about, this was the last game today against Forest in what we always discuss as those kind of winnable period of games. And the only games we slipped up in were kind of West Ham away, where I wouldn't have ever thought that we'd get 3 points, to be honest. I would have had that down as a draw, and we got a draw. And the Wolves and Fulham games, I guess, are the ones that were disappointing. So, whenever Ange has had a setback, always bounce back.
He has, and that's credit to him, and also big credit to Ange today with the subs. He made the decision to make 2 subs in the midfield, which is quite unusual.
Yeah.
You don't usually see that. But it worked perfectly. The 2 players that he brought on slipped into the team, improved it, made us better, and we ended up getting the win. So delighted for him and the whole team, and big march up to St James's Park next weekend.
Absolutely.
Huge game.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. Please do press the like button, and if you're not already, do subscribe to We Are Tottenham TV. We will be back on a separate stream. Check it out in the description box in the live section in 10 minutes time, where we'll be doing a fan call-in show. Make sure that you get your calls in for that, and we'll speak to you. But most importantly, after a great 3-1 win, come on you Spurs.
Come on.